And here come your O'Gorman Knights. Welcome to O'Gorman High School in McEnany Field for O'Gorman Knights football. Tonight, the Knights play host to the Titans.
Good evening and welcome to O'Gorman High School, where we have the T-Titans visiting the O'Gorman Knights tonight here for a 6 o'clock kickoff at McEnany Field. Both teams down on the field getting ready for the national anthem. We'll do the national anthem, and when we get done with the anthem, we'll come back with starters from both teams and preview this one tonight between the O'Gorman Knights and the T-Area Titans.
We thank you for the many opportunities you give us. the supportive community that surrounds us, and the beauty of creation that inspires us. We ask for your peace to reign in our hearts, your grace to forgive others, and your blessings to fill our lives. Mary, Queen of Victory. Now, please remain standing, face the flag, place your right hand over your heart, and sing along as the O'Gorman Pep Band, under the direction of Mr. Ben Cope, plays our national anthem. All veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School. The national anthem has just been played, and we are getting ready for football here on a beautiful Friday night here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. As I get ready to bring in my broadcast partner in a short minute here, Mr. Brett Byler, and you're listening to Isaac Struck as we have O'Gorman and T area tonight. A matchup of AAA and AA here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Brett, good to have you as always.
Yes, Isaac, it's definitely good to be here. Looking forward to this matchup of two 2-0 teams, the O'Gorman Knights. Big win in the Dakota Bowl. We had that one a couple weeks ago, that exciting 24-21 win over Brandon Valley in the last-second touchdown pass from Gross to Satter. A little bit easier pickings last week against Sioux Falls Roosevelt Howard Wood Knights, winning that one 77-20. A lot of your second, your third, your fourth team players got to play a lot, especially in the second half. T, on the other hand, they're coming off of a close win against Huron 27-26 at Huron in the opening week, and then last week beating Evergreen Central 28-7. Both of these two teams are, I would say, a little bit undersized. Obviously, O'Gorman for AAA, and both play a lot of players, both offensively and defensively. So, in a game last year, I believe you were at, Isaac, and T, where it was a rainstorm, and T area actually, in a high-scoring affair, came out on top of O'Gorman in that one.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be all O'Gorman early. They came out and kind of punched T right in the mouth. Basically drove 80 yards right down the field in the blink of an eye. And then O'Gorman that game actually had multiple 50-plus yard receptions. And then obviously in the second half, T started to kind of get that ground game really moving, and it was slippery and wet and rainy, and you couldn't tackle anybody very cleanly. And both teams put up 40-plus points, and O'Gorman ended up losing a one-score game over in T. And that was a big win for T. That felt like winning the Super Bowl over there. You know, you get a chance to play a AAA team, and it's not on the road. You get to host them. Not just a AAA team, but a team that was hoping to be competing for a state championship that year, and a lot of hype around them. They've been winning a lot of games early, and then you get to play them at home, and they take the cake against them in a rainy, miserable night. I mean, it felt good to be a T Titan that evening.
And I believe that was the first ever meeting last year between O'Gorman and T, and this will be the first time T's ever played at the MAC here at O'Gorman. So pretty cool for those kids as well for T area. A team coming to the game a little bit undersized. I was just looking at their offensive line, and kind of looks closer to the size of our offensive line if you look at just opposite of us in Brandon Valley and the Dakota Bowl. So, it'll be interesting to see T. They returned 3 starters offensively. They lost a lot, kind of like us last year, 3 on defense. So it'll be interesting to see them play for the first time. And wasn't their first game, Isaac, against Huron? Was that the one where they had a big lead and Huron almost came?
They were up 27-0 and hung on to beat Huron 27-26. So I wonder if that was a little bit of a combination of kind of pulling some of the starters in that second half, and then it got a little bit too close for comfort, and they were out of rhythm and couldn't really get back in the flow of things. And Huron, puts up 26 unanswered points and still loses, but not something that you would necessarily hang your hat on if you're team.
What are you kind of expecting from O'Gorman tonight, offensively and defensively, against this T team?
Well, they aired it out last week against Roosevelt, and I expect them to do a little bit of the same tonight. I think that they're just going to be a little bit quicker on the perimeter. And a guy like Rylan Satter tonight should be able to get quite a few catches and kind of dominate that line of scrimmage up front, over the middle, and so on. Interesting note for Rylan Satter, not to have an announcer's jinx of any sorts, but thanks to our stat man up top, Ken Lindemann, if Rylan Satter catches a pass tonight, doesn't have to be for positive or for any positive yards of any sort. It could be for 1 yard. If he catches a pass tonight, he will be one reception away next week from tying the consecutive games with the reception record at 22. Tonight he's at 20, could get to 21, and if he would catch one next week, he would tie the oldest O'Gorman record on the offensive side of the ball. Back in 1987, I believe, was when the record was set. But 21 tonight has a chance to go 21 consecutive games with at least one reception for Rylan Satter tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a long time ago. I was born in 1987. So
that's a really long time ago.
As old as I am.
Yeah,
so.
Which that, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty old.
I know.
I'm kidding. I just got in trouble from my parents the other day where they were asking me, how old was that guy over, that was coaching for the other team that we were playing against? And I said, he's probably like middle-aged, 30s, 40s. My parents were like, if 30 and 40 is middle-aged, we've got a problem here.
At O'Gorman, you look on the field if you're watching the YouTube stream. They're in there kind of like the gray tops, gray bottoms, white helmets, T and white tops, white bottoms.
Navy blue helmets. Some white face mask and a lot of stickers on the back there. So we'll have the starting lineups here for both teams. We'll start with the T-Area Titans, the visiting team, on the scoreboard. Defensively, they'll start number 55, Garrett Webenga, a 6'2", 188-pound senior. At nose tackle, number 57, Carter Turek. At the other nose tackle position, number 38, Andrew Opland. At end, number 60, Chase DeBoer. The linebacking core, the three of them, Sam Wordle, Jessen Wembenga, and Keegan DeYoung. And then safety, strong safety, Dawson Eimers. Cornerback, Carter Christensen, Ethan Vies. And then Riley Zvanda, the free safety. Offensively for the T-Titans, number 76, offensive tackle, Cody Peterson. Guard, number 67, Jacob Youngye. At center, number 57, Carter Turek. At guard, Charlie Leslie. And the other tackle, Garrett Wimbinga. Then we've got wide receivers, Tim Halber, Brock Ellison. And then two running backs and a fullback in the backfield, and Tyler Reed, Riley Zvanda, and Keegan DeYoung. And then the quarterback is Brennan Conrad. You're going to see kind of some old school O'Gorman offense here, like a wing T formation, a lot of triple option out of the Titans tonight.
Yeah, the Titans are coached by Scott Frey in his second season at the helm. The team, he is 12-2. Team was 10-2 last year, state runners-up. For O'Gorman, the starting lineup on offense, the center is Sam Sorrell, left guard Dylan Majors, right guard Noah Donahue, left tackle is Lathan Wilcox, the right tackle John Lent, tight end Sullivan Schlimgen, fullback is Rylan Satter. Isaac mentioned him already needing one catch to tie that record for consecutive catches in a game. Running back is Maverick Jones. Receivers are Jack Hove and Henry Theobald, with Hayden Gross, your starting quarterback, wearing number 7. Defensively for the Knights, on the line is Tegan George, a nose tackle. The ends are Rylan Satter, Nolan Vandal. A linebacker, Sullivan Schlimgen, Josh Wolfel, Alex Carlson, Crayon Roush. And the secondary, Henry Theobald, Sam Marsh, Hayden Gross, and Maverick Jones. So the same starters for O'Gorman as they were 2 weeks ago against Sioux Falls Roosevelt, which is always nice in football with the injuries and all that happening. Same kids out there. Isaac, we're about ready to kick off. Who are some players to click for O'Gorman tonight, do you think?
I am going to go with offensively for O'Gorman tonight. I think that Henry Theobald is going to have a pretty good game out on the perimeter offensively. Defensively, it's kind of a pick your poison tonight, but I think that I'm going to go with Josh Wolfel, the junior linebacker, going to have some nice tackles and possibly a couple tackles for loss. For a heavy running team, you're going to need your linebackers to step up and fill those gaps. And I think that Josh Wolfel is going to have a lot of action tonight.
Absolutely. Now, T ready to kick off to O'Gorman with a call of the game tonight. Here is Isaac Struck.
So Carson Call will boot this one away, kind of a short pooch kick, fielded right around the 25-yard line and taken directly up the middle. A lot of contact right through the middle as they'll bully their way around the 40. Couldn't quite see a number. It was number 3.
Peyton Moshbach.
Yep, Peyton Moshbach there on the kickoff return.
Good awareness by him, too, because when you're in that front line, you're not always expecting the ball to come to you. He did the right thing, caught it, and just went right forward, kind of like a bowling ball, and got a great starting field position at the 40-yard line.
So the Knights will come out with 2 receivers to both sides, and running back offset to the right here is Gross out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, straight drop, over the top, over the right side, and out of the arms of the diving receiver on the right side. I believe that was Satter. Man, these numbers are tough to see. No, that wasn't Satter.
Is that Schlimgen?
Yeah.
Number 2?
Yep, that was Schlimgen. Okay, there we go.
Looked like there might have been a little contact, but the ball was overthrown by quite a bit, so I wonder if that's one of the situations where it's almost uncatchable, so they're not going to call the penalty. Little windy out there. Not Howard Wood wind, we'll say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Shotgun snap, straight give to Maverick Jones here as he cuts up the middle for about 4, maybe 5. They're going to give him 5 yards on second down, and we'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Dawson Eimers, the safety, number 13, the 6', 172-pound junior with the tackle that time. So 3rd and 6 for the Knights.
Number 6, Riebenga was there as well.
So 3rd down, they'll need the 50. They're just shy of the 45. Gross will send Satter in motion from right to left, and he'll go back out to the right. Fake gives, throws it over to Satter. Satter's got some room to run over on the right side. He's going to break a tackle, stiff arm a man, keep dragging some bodies down inside the 35. And his helmet comes flying off.
It's complete to Satter.
After a nice gain there on 3rd and 5.
Who made that play was you have to have receivers blocking those short little passes, and Sullivan Schlim did a terrific job with the initial block, got Satter to the outside, and then he did the rest. But got to have blocking receivers in those short passing games, and Schlimgen did a good job that time.
So that'll bring up 1st down and 10, ball at the 33-yard line.
And that catch will keep that streak alive for Satter.
Yes, it does. So he'll be 1 shy of tying this one, or tying that record next week, as Gross will straight keep over on the right side, gain about 2.5 yards there on 1st down.
Gross on the carry.
And that's offense, Isaac, for O'Gorman as a quarterback. A lot of the plays is there that run pass option for the quarterback, just kind of reading what he sees.
Yeah, he's usually reading the linebacker on those keep options there, where he's going to either drop back and pass, or he's going to keep it off of. They're calling a run play with the pass play up there. So the linemen are all running that run play, and the receivers are the ones executing the pass routes there. So it's just kind of numbers situation that Gross will read at the line of scrimmage. Straight drop back pass. Gross is going to be faced with some pressure, avoids the sack. And now he's going to have to do something with it. Rolling over on the right sideline, just flings it out of bounds wisely. Incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, smart play that time. Throwing it out of bounds. You don't lose any yardage on the play. You keep where you're at with the sticks, but good coverage by T, and they almost had a sack twice that time.
Yeah, Gross evaded it the first time, then nearly got chased down from behind that second time when he rolled back out to his right. Now it'll bring up 3rd and long here for O'Gorman. Ball at the 31-yard line. They'll need the 23. About 3rd and 8. A little bit of formation confusion here. There'll be 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and 2 running backs offset of Gross. Straight drop back, pressure up the middle. He's going to keep on the ground. Cuts up the middle. He's got room to run, and then gets upended hard on a nice hit there by number 4, Riley Zvanda.
They might have been trying to set up a middle screen to Satter. Maybe that play. If that play, it looked like it's kind of got a little discombobulated.
Yeah, kind of a broken play. 1st down pickup there from Gross. But that'll be another first down for O'Gorman. It'll be first down and 10. Ball at the 13-yard line. Gross will come out of the gun. He'll drop back to pass. Looks over the middle. Fires one into the hands of Satter, and it's incomplete. It's off the fingertips there for Ryland Satter, and it brings up second down.
That's one thing O'Gorman, they've converted 2 third downs, 3rd and 6 and 3rd and 7 on this drive. They've been really good in the first 2 games. Converting third downs are also 3 for 4 on 4th down. So that's a sign of a good offense when you're able to convert both 3rd and 4th down.
And they're usually setting themselves up with a manageable opportunity. It's nothing usually too difficult to pick up because they're doing such a good job of getting themselves opportunistic moments to convert. As that one off the fingertips of Satter again, incomplete. Trying to feed that big man over on the perimeter today.
Snaps have been a little high this drive too by Sorrell. That was had to be kind of like a one-handed catch, and as a quarterback, sometimes that little bit of having to do that throws you off a little bit.
Yeah, it just comes in a little bit hot, and it kind of throws off the timing of the play. So you're kind of in scramble mode, trying to get that pass off quickly, and now you're at 3rd and 10. So 3rd down and 10, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The lone man on the right side, Jack Hove, and then Schlimgen and Theobald over on the left. Again, 1 running back on each side. It's Satter and Jones. They'll send Theobald in motion. Straight drop back pass. Gross, all the time in the world. Lofts one up over into the corner of the end zone, and it is caught and incomplete. They said that Schlimgen bobbled it over on the sideline when he hit the ground. So that'll bring up 4th down and 10. What a throw and what a catch.
Gross's pass.
Watching the replay.
Intended for Schlimgen.
You have to get 1 foot in high school. I don't know if you got either foot in, actually. It's so hard to see because that replay is far away from us. It's an awesome catch. So they're actually going to go for it here. Isaac instead of kick about a 30-yard field goal.
So Gross will be straight out of the gun this time. He'll drop back to pass. Straight fade route over on the end of Jack Hove, and it's beautifully deflected over on the right side. That was number 12, Carter Christensen, the cornerback, making a nice play, turning around and getting a deflection on that ball. And the Knights' drive will stall.
Looked like a pretty good ball, too, by Gross. It's a really good play by the defensive back. You got to get your head around, especially on those fade routes. And Christensen did that, and he actually played the ball a little bit better than the receiver that time and knocked it away. So T will have their first possession of the game at the O'Gorman 13-yard line under direction of sophomore quarterback Brenner Conrad, 6'3", 219-pounder.
Straight give up the middle, not much doing this time.
Looks like they lost about 2 yards on that handoff to the lead back. DeYoung that time.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So 2nd down and 10. Again, that wing T formation here for the Titans. A lot of motion, a lot of gives, a lot of misdirection in this offense here as that one straight give around the right side. Got a lot of room to run. And then Marsh can't come up with the tackle, and he's still rumbling near the sideline and will pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, 2 missed tackles by O'Gorman. Good job by DeYoung, the running back. He gets the 1st down.
Marsh got himself in good position there, but couldn't finish with the wrap-up. Kind of just laid a shoulder into the legs there, and DeYoung was able to kind of just trample over him for an extra 6-7 yards.
4th and 10, T area at their own 24-yard line.
Those look like some old Steve Keeter O'Gorman formations back in the 80s and 90s.
The old wing T, wing backs, triple option. As the quarterback this time will keep it and gain about 2.5 yards, maybe 3. That's what T will do, though, is that they will take up a lot of clock running this offense. You know, it's slow, it's methodical. And they like to run the ball very often, so it just chunk after chunk after chunk kind of just dissolves off the clock. And you've just got polar opposite offenses in tonight's game.
You have the quarterback going over to get the play from the coach on the sideline, too, which you barely see anymore in football with a lot of no huddles and you're going as fast
absolutely.
as you can. That's old school as well.
This time I formation here, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll send a man in motion over and now in the tight end wingback position. Snap, fake, give, end around. And that one is going to be wrapped up in the backfield a few times before Schlimgen comes in and cleans up the tackle. Creighton Rosh got there first and was able to hold him up while Schlimgen came in and delivered the final blow. Just shy of the 25-yard line, a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Tackle by number 32, Creighton Rosh.
This guy reminds me of, I think it was back when you were playing I2 at Rapid City Central about 4 or 5 years ago. Had a similar offense to this.
What they would do is they'd line up in shotgun and they'd have 2 running backs, one on each side, and then one guy straight behind him, and would always run a man in motion, and then just spin around and basically play, like old school tackle football in the backyard where you'd tuck the ball in someone's shirt and make him run. Roll out pass this time over on the side. He's going to get in some pressure, delivers it. It's going to be tipped and intercepted by Maverick Jones down the sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown O'Gorman. Pass was tipped initially and then bopped right into the hands of Maverick Jones, who took that thing back to the house for 6.
Kind of like that play we saw last night at Thursday Night Football with the Lions and the Chiefs, where it's right off the receiver's hands, and Maverick was literally just standing right there, caught it, and really only had one offensive lineman between him and the end zone, and the lineman had no chance, and he runs it in for the defensive touchdown. So at 6:05 in the first quarter, the Knights are on the board on the Jones interception return for a touchdown with the extra point by Lawrence Hillman pending. So Maverick scored a lot of offensive touchdowns in his career at O'Gorman, but I believe this is his first defensive touchdown. Extra point is good by Hillman. So the O'Gorman Knights at 2-0 on the season lead the T-Area Titans 7-0 with 6:05 left in the first quarter from McEnany Field. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here in 60 seconds. You're listening to Knights Football on the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel.
Number 67, Gavin Rook.
Welcome back to the MAC. Maverick Jones, the superstar running back for O'Gorman, gets the interception. He's playing defense also this year as safety, and he got the deflection off the receiver for T, took it all the way to the house for the touchdown, gave the Knights the early lead here, 6 or 7-0 at the MAC. We'll have a little water timeout, and O'Gorman will kick off to T. That was their first offensive possession. Their first pass attempt, too, of the game that ended in an interception. They had been running the ball all their previous plays.
And that's not going to do well confidence-wise for T. Obviously a tipped ball and kind of just a wacky play there that O'Gorman scores on. But when you're not a team that throws the ball a lot and you attempt your first pass and it turns into being an interception return for a touchdown, that's not going to bode well for you wanting to drop back and throw the ball much.
The quarterback that time could have maybe just ate at that time. He's pretty much about ready to get sacked, and he's kind of fallen down, just kind of flung it out there, which you see so many NFL quarterbacks, the college kids do these days, and sometimes it's just better to take the 5-yard loss and punt it than a chance for a deflection and interception for a touchdown.
Yep, eat it and live to play another down. Kind of cut your losses where you're at. Wobbly kick over to the sideline. That's going to go out of bounds. Hillman actually did that twice last week, sent one out of bounds on the kickoff.
I'll give T good field position at the 40-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans. Ball at their own 40-yard line on the right hash.
Out of bounds, kicking T. T area is elected to take the ball at the 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10 Titans, they'll come out in shotgun here with 3 receivers to the left side, one more of a wing back off to the left, and a lone receiver on the right side. Snap, straight option pitch over on the left side, rumbling with some room, and then gets tackled by Hayden Gross.
Nice.
I believe that was number 8 on the carry, Keegan DeYoung.
Good job. He did a good job falling forward, getting an extra couple of yards. A positive first down play of 5 yards for the T-Area Titans. You don't see option plays as much anymore as you used to, especially in the 90s, even in the 2000s. The T's kind of bringing, like you said, a more of an older school offensive approach.
It's a good flashback. Not something that I would necessarily want to watch every day, but definitely a nice little touch of history right here. Brings me back to the Steve Keeter days. Give straight up the middle, nothing doing, and they're going to get wrapped up for a loss of about 1.
This T-Area team, they've had quite the success here in football over the past few years, and they won the Class A state title in 2018 and 2020. Last year they were, is it the last 2 years they've been runner-up to Pierre?
Yep, 2 years in a row.
Yep.
The 44-yard line.
So they've been
1 year they were the number 1 seed, I believe, and Pierre was the number 2. And then Pierre won on like a 48-yard field goal.
And then they have
after they were coming back, they were down by, I think it was 3 touchdowns in that game against T, and then they were able to come all the way back. Straight rollout pass here, nothing really doing until he finds a receiver open. Couldn't even really see that receiver over on the right side. That was number 4, Riley Zvanda, who came out of the backfield. They made a nice reception over on the sideline, kind of a little sidearm sling action over there from the quarterback, who dropped it right in the bucket for a first down.
Yeah, that should provide some confidence for Conrad, the sophomore quarterback. That's a really nice throw and nice design in that play as well.
41.
Yeah, nice flow option to the right side where he had a couple of levels of receivers to throw to and was able to hit that second level for a wide open gain of about almost 20 there. Drop back pass this time, rolling out again. Tosses it over and a nice grab over on the numbers. That was number 19, Tim Halber, with that reception. The senior wide receiver made a nice play on the ball.
Yeah, he had a little separation. I think the quarterback threw it just about a second or two maybe late. He could have had a chance to catch and run, but he had a good job as a receiver that time. Just make sure you catch it and get 8 yards on first down. And those are always, especially if the team expects you to run the ball that first and second down, usually even first down, especially at the 40-yard line, that's always a good passing situation.
Absolutely. So second down and about 2 here for the Titans.
Running back with a hand in the ground, too.
Yeah.
Fullback.
Straight give up the middle. Breaks through that first couple of nights and then brought down about a yard past the sticks. So that'll be a first down for the Titans.
And their offensive line is obviously a AA school, but they're probably one of the smallest ones we'll see this year at 206, 244, 217, 234, and 188 for the right tackle, where we saw Brandon Valley 2 weeks ago, and they averaged 6'5", 293 across the board in the offensive line. So
absolutely. Yeah, it's much different size-wise here in this one. Something that you would think that the Knights would maybe be able to get some penetration here, but with the way that this offense runs, it's exactly what you would want to do with a small line. A little triple option, get a lot of guys pulling in motion. So that one kept up the middle for about 5 yards. It's like watching Navy and Army. You know, a bunch of middle build guys that are strong and fit and athletic and able to kind of just get up and down the levels of the field and pull 2 guys at once and make some magic happen.
Knights have big Daniel Vasquez, number 74, 6'4", 300 pounds at nose right now, giving a little bit of size in the middle. John Lent just came in.
So second down and 5, and the Titans will come out of shotgun this time.
Just eating that clock up, too.
2:35 left here in the first quarter. Straight give this time up the middle with some room to run, about a yard short of the first down. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
This would be a good time to fake the handoff and do a little pop pass.
Yeah,
but
yeah, you've got 3rd and 1. You're probably, it's
4 down. Yeah,
you've got 2 downs to pick up a yard here. I like the way you think there, Mr. Byler.
Use my inner Matt Patricia offensive mind.
Yeah, whatever that was. I don't know if we call that offense.
Got my shot in early.
3rd down and 1.
Ooh.
try to get the Knights to jump off sides. They don't. Oh, now the running back flinched. A lot of confusion up front, and it's going to result in a loss for the Titans. There's a lot of confusion. It looks like they're just trying to get the Knights to jump off sides. As
Dylan Majors on the play for the Knights.
Majors came up with the ball and was pleading his case that he should have been credited with the strip there. They deemed forward progress before that happened.
Surprised the refs missed the little. Yeah. That's a pretty big flinch by the wingback that time.
Yeah, nice. I mean, he completely flinched and then looked around, confused why the snap didn't happen, and then it happened, and he wasn't in position to make any sort of block. It's now 4th and 2. Option over on the left side. They've got all day over to the left, and a nice tackle made out on the edge there. But it's going to be a little bit too little too late as Jones made a nice tackle running up and hitting that option carry. But that was beautifully executed by T to draw the defender out.
Yeah, if he didn't make that tackle, that would probably been a walk-in touchdown by the running back that time. Good read by the quarterback, too.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So 1st down and 10, ball at the 17-yard line. They'll come out this time with a split backfield. Straight give this time and runs into a wall of a defender. Nice play. I believe that was Lent on the tackle there.
It was. John Lent came in about 3 plays earlier at defensive end and made the nice play that time. He pretty much was there right when the running back got the ball.
The tackle was made by John Lent. Loss of 2 for the Titans.
Yeah, Lent came flying up there.
Brings up 2nd and
like a bull in a china shop.
Quarter.
Made the nice tackle. That'll do it for our first quarter here at O'Gorman. O'Gorman leads the T-Area Titans 7-0 with T threatening to score inside the red zone. We'll be back after the break on Bishop O'Gorman Catholic School's YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the MAC. It's 7-0. Started the second quarter. T-Area has the ball and is driving the ball at the 19-yard line of Sioux Falls. O'Gorman. The Titans have had the ball most of the first quarter. O'Gorman's only had 1 offensive possession so far. The only score was a pick 6 by Maverick Jones.
Yeah, 9 minutes of possession for the Titans. So out of the 12 minutes that was played there, 9 minutes of it was controlled by the Titans offensively. And O'Gorman, like you just alluded to, only touchdown was a defensive one. 2nd down and 12. Titans will come out in I formation. Straight give. A little bit of room on the right side, but was wrapped up on the ankles by Hayden Gross and then finished off on the perimeter there.
Hayden Gross on the tackle.
That's what you call the old-fashioned shoestring tackle right there.
Yeah, Jack Stukel with the cleanup tackle there.
Gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 11.
Again, Knights 2-0. T-Area Titans 2-0 start the season. The only other AAA game going on tonight will be up in Rapid City, Brandon Valley at Rapid City Central. That's a 6 Mountain, 7 Central kickoff.
And the reason behind that is the President's Bowl this weekend. So tomorrow, some games kicking off over at Howard Wood between the public schools of Lincoln, Roosevelt, Washington, Jefferson. Oh, geez, that one batted down at the line by Schlimgen. And Harrisburg, I believe, is playing in that as well.
Yeah, so let's see. Tomorrow we have Harrisburg plays. Actually, they host Rapid City Stevens at 6 Mountain time.
Brings up 4th
or 6
and 11.
Central time. It's at Harrisburg's Tiger Bowl. And then the other games, Isaac, like you mentioned, the President's Bowl, 3:30 kickoff, Lincoln and Jefferson, and then at 7, it's the nightcap, Washington and Roosevelt.
Right.
Roosevelt have a lot of those players back that were suspended for the first 2 weeks.
Carson Hall.
So I was watching this kicker warm up in pregame, and he was had decent leg from this distance. Wasn't as accurate as that one is up and a lot of loft, and it's going to sail through the uprights and good. So converts on a long field goal there.
35-yarder.
35-yarder.
And he probably had about 5 yards to spare on that one, too.
Yeah, and straight into the wind, too. I was going to say, he was warming up from about the 30-yard line, and he was definitely getting it there. But before kickoff, about 30 minutes before, the wind was kind of swirling and the ball was moving around. But that was a well-kicked ball with a lot of height directly cutting into the wind, and it gets T on the board.
At the 11:06 mark of the second quarter, like Isaac mentioned, the Titans are on the board, 7-3. O'Gorman leading. When the Knights get the ball back, this will be only their second possession of the ball game. They had one possession, they drove it down. They went for it on 4th down at the 13-yard line of T. The pass was incomplete. About 2 or 3 plays later, they got the pick 6, and ever since then, T has had the ball. So Hayden Gross, Maverick Jones, Ryland Satter, that Knights offense get their second crack at it after the kickoff, which is upcoming from the Titans. O'Gorman next week will be playing up in Rapid City. They'll take on Rapid City Stevens. That'll be a 4 p.m. Mountain Time kickoff, where T will be hosting Douglas for their homecoming next Friday night at 6 o'clock at T.
Fully expect the Titans to kind of take care of business there. I believe Stevens beat Douglas by about 40 or 50 in their opening game. This one, deep kick is going to be returned by Bauer, who's going to have to cut back and get near the 24-yard line. So the Knights will start with decent field position there as Bauer brings it out from about his own 4-yard line down to the 24. The Knights will start with their second possession of the ball game.
At the 11-minute mark of the second quarter. It's kind of rare to say that these days.
And that first drive was a good one, but just stalled late. So 1st and 10, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gross out of the shotgun, straight fake, throws it over the middle. It's going to be caught by Bauer, who makes a nice cut near the 40, drops a defender to his feet, and out across the 40, just shy of the 45. They'll give him the 43-yard line. Nice job by Dawson Bauer, creating some separation early in the route, and then picking up 19 yards on first down.
Looking a little bit like older brothers Boston and Canyon with that catch.
Yeah, Canyon with a touchdown reception last week for the Augustana Vikings.
Augustana.
Snap, fake give, toss over the middle. Satter just kind of bobbled that one right out of his hands. And incomplete. Kind of looked like my 8th grade game yesterday. A lot of balls bouncing in and out of our receivers' hands. Dropped just a barn burner, 9-7.
Ooh.
7-7 ball game with 4 minutes to go, and we snap it over our head on the 1-yard line for a safety. Lost 9-7.
Man, those are tough ways to lose games like that. Yeah. Get that offense going.
Coach. Yeah,
Come on, man.
First game of the year. Give us some time. Snap, give, Jones, wrapped up, and then kind of got landed on awkwardly there. A little bit slow to get up, but not bad. Good sportsmanship over there from the Titans.
Number 38, Andrew.
That was
6, Wabenga.
That might have been Maverick Jones' first carry of the game. There's a lot of short passing in that opening drive and gross running on plays. So 3rd and a long.
Loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 12.
12.
Yep, 3rd down and 12 for the Knights. Ball at their own 41-yard line. Drop back pass over the middle, off the hands of Schlimgen and incomplete. Thrown behind him. That'll bring up 4th down. The Knights will be forced to punt here.
This will only, Isaac, be the 4th punt of the season for Ryland Satter, averaging about 34.7 yards a punt, long of 46. So in the first 2 games, they only punted 3 times.
And rarely. I think they punted once against Roosevelt last week. Low snap. Satter corrals it and then spins a high spiraling punt near the Titans at the 30-yard line. It's going to be fair caught by number 11, Sam Wordle. He's got a flag on the play here.
Sam Wordell.
I heard illegal formation.
Illegal formation, kicking team. Penalties declined. Result of the play. First down.
You don't see that terribly often.
Punt formation, yeah.
Or if they didn't have enough guys at the line of scrimmage or something to that extent.
Yeah, someone probably just forgot to get on the ball. So 1st and 10 here for the Titans. Ball at the 30-yard line. Man in motion now joins the I formation in the backfield. Straight give around the edge. Dips and dives like it's dodgeball. Drop the ball on the floor. It will be a gain of about 2 after the lineman scoops that one up off the turf. As Zvanda dropped it. Made a couple nice jukes on the inside there and then dropped one onto the turf before number 55. Garrett Wabinga had to get on the ground to pick that one up.
Moshbox back there at safety for Gross this possession.
So 2nd down and about 8 out of shotgun this time for the Titans. Straight give this time around the left side, and it's going to be upended hard there by Theobald. That was DeYoung who got hit hard on the knee and then dropped down about 3 yards short of the first down.
DeYoung on the carry, tackled by Theobald.
Limping off right now. Those are tough too when you get airborne like that as a runner, and then the landing's never, because then you can get hit as well on the front side on that landing. So he kind of got both low and high. So it'll be 3rd down for the Titans and about 5 yards to go. Ball on the T37-yard line.
Third and about 3 here. They'll need the 40. So they'll come out of shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap. Give over on the right side, runs through a tackle and then crosses across that first down yards with a nice lunge. That was number 6, Jessen Weebenga.
Peyton Moshbach in the carry for the night.
Get that at some point here. There's quite a few of them out there.
Just a good straight power run. Quarterback held it to the last second, gave it to the running back, just straight up the A-hole. Right up the A-gap, right between the center and the guard, and good lunge, too, getting extra 3 yards at the end of the play.
I just caught on. 1st down and 10, ball at the 44-yard line. Straight drop back, play action pass here, over the middle, it's caught, and rumbling down the sideline, and the Titans are going to rumble right into the end zone for a touchdown. Weebenga. 56 yards on the play-action pass.
And look at all the linebackers for O'Gorman came in expecting run and just kind of threw it right over the top, watching the replay on the board right now. And really good catch by him, and O'Gorman overcommitted, and that's what happens, too, as a running team. You get them to safeties coming up, cornerbacks coming up, linebackers, and you kind of slip a receiver out on 1st down. Really good call by the coach, and a touchdown for T. Trying to get a little 10-7 lead if the extra point is good. And the extra point is good. Kicked through by Carson Hall. So with 7:37 left in the 2nd quarter, it's the visitors tonight. The T-Area Titans 10, the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
In the 2nd quarter.
Just like the weather rain
Welcome back. This is Brett Byler along with Isaac Struck on the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel. I want to welcome all our T area people watching the stream as well as O'Gorman fans across the country. It's the T area Titans up 10-7 with a touchdown pass of 55 yards in the last possession. They're going to kick it off to the O'Gorman Knights, who offensively have yet to put up any points on the board.
All the kickoff for the Titans.
So Carson Hall doing the kicking duties for T will be kicking it off. Dawson Bauer back deep for the Knights.
End over end kick wobbling into the hands of Jace Teasy, who took the opening kickoff for a touchdown last week, tries to rumble around the right side, then gets hit and knocked out of bounds.
He had a big game against Roosevelt. He had about 3 touchdowns, I believe, in that ball game.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns for the sophomore.
Teasy returns to kickoff.
Again, good starting field position for O'Gorman when you're at the 36-yard line.
36-yard line.
See what Coach Poppy has to draw up here, this possession for the Knights offense.
Offense has been stagnant, to say the least, here to start this one. Straight drop back pass, swing route over to Maverick Jones, who's got some room to run, makes a nice cut, avoids a tackler, and then dipsy-doos right out to the sideline near the 50. They're going to give him exactly the 50. And pick up about 14 on first down.
Jones on the carry.
Yeah, it's almost, you can do those passes. It's almost like a run play, but it's kind of swing it out to your back, get him out in space, and he did a good job down the sideline, making a few guys miss. Maverick had a really good Dakota Bowl game against Sioux Falls Roosevelt.
At midfield.
First down and 10, ball at the 50-yard line. Drop back pass for the Knights. Not a lot doing, as Gross is going to have to kind of scramble drill this one, then thrown right off the hands of Jack Hove. And incomplete. It's kind of just like a 2-man route there, and no one was initially open, and then he kind of looks in front of him. He's got pressure. He has to scramble, and a Butterfingers chant rings out from the Teen Titans student section right in front of where the Knights just were.
That's the third pass that's bounced right off the hands of an O'Gorman receiver. No interceptions yet, but...
yeah, Satter had that one right over the middle where it basically hit him in the stomach, and it popped straight in the air. So either Gross is putting some zip on the ball, or the Knights are having a tough time seeing it, as that one deflected at the line, and it's incomplete.
Really good play by Weinbinga, the linebacker number 6. As Satter was kind of just doing a crossing over the middle of the linebacker. That's kind of, your zone. You kind of have to be aware of your surroundings. He did a good job that time deflecting the pass. O'Gorman's hasn't done a really good job offensively these days. They've been putting themselves in really 3rd and longs this whole 3 drives offensively. And when you're consistently in 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8, those aren't conducive for success offensively. So TU doing a good job on 1st and 2nd down tonight.
First down and 10 ball, or 3rd down and 10, ball at the 50-yard line. Snap give Jones is going to be wrapped up, then rumbles around off the tackle. Nice job of picking up literally anything from what should have been a loss of 1 or gain of nothing. Was able to salvage about 4 yards out of that one. They're going to give him 5.
Jones on the carry.
And that all of a sudden makes this a manageable 4th down to pick up, where you're not necessarily going to punt it in this field position.
Yeah, because you're not going to pick up many yards if you do punt it. Popping had his hands up in the air. I don't know if that was wrong read or just not really good blocking or whatnot. But you could tell he wasn't happy with how that 3rd down play went.
Fourth down and 5. Give to Jones. They're going to have him try to beat everyone to the edge, and he's going to do just that. Take it right down the sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown, O'Gorman. Maverick Jones right off the right side for 45 yards, and the Knights regain the lead.
Jones on the carry, takes it 45 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, just a handoff around the outside. One guy missed him, and he was he was off to the races that time by Maverick Jones. Good blocking by the receivers, the right tackle out there, and the linemen looked like they were trying to get the holding call, which the referees did not give them. So O'Gorman gets the lead right now, 13-10, with the extra point pending by Lawrence Hillman, with 5:56 left here in the second quarter. And that one is right through, so the O'Gorman Knights answer the T-Area Titans touchdown with a touchdown of their own on 4th and 5. Maverick Jones, the senior running back, rumbles in across the outside all the way to Paber down the right sideline to put the Knights up 14-10. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds for the kickoff. You're listening to O'Gorman Football on the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel. Welcome back to the MAC. It's the O'Gorman Knights 14, the T-Area Titans 10, with 5:56 left in the second quarter. O'Gorman getting their first offensive touchdown of the game on the 45-yard touchdown run by Maverick Jones on 4th and 5. Lawrence Hillman will be kicking off for the Knights. Deep to return for T is Ethan Viss.
This time a pooch kick, and it's going to be recovered by O'Gorman.
Recovered by the Knights.
I'll wait to see if I can see the number there.
I'll get a number in a second.
I think it was 81. Steve Peniston recovering that.
That's number 81. Steve Peniston on the recovery.
You've seen O'Gorman do that play over the years, especially back in 2019 against Roosevelt in the semifinal round. Did it twice in a row with success. So good job by the kicker. Heads up play by Pennison to recover it.
So Gross looking over the middle, nothing doing. He's just going to have to ditch this ball out of the bounds, and he's actually going to stiff arm a man and kind of rumble forward. Oh, and now they're going to throw a flag. Real late behind the play. I'm going to call a hold here.
Holding on the offense, number 50. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay.
It'll be on John Lent, the right tackle with the hold. Like you said, I think a pretty late flag flew out there. I almost was thinking, are they going to call Gross for a legal stiff arm or something at that
like
point?
A face mask or something there.
So now be 1st and 20.
So Knights backed up a little bit here on first down. Straight snap to Jones, who runs down the left side. He's got all day to run again. He's going to make a cut up the sideline, and he's gone. Touchdown, O'Gorman. Maverick Jones finds the end zone for his 3rd time this evening, and the Knights take a 20-10 lead pending the extra point.
And I think O'Gorman's found something here on the edges outside on these running plays. That time is a straight snap to Maverick Jones. He just took it upon left tackle out down the sideline. Again, good blocking by the receivers out there. You don't want to let the people get outside you as a defense, and T's done that now. Lost contain twice in a row, and nice run by Maverick, and he was pretty much untouched the last 40 yards down the sideline. Here's the extra point by Hillman. Good hold by Gross, and that one is good. So in a matter of a couple minutes, O'Gorman was down 10-7. Now they've switched the tables. They're up 21-10. 5:39 left here in the second quarter from the MAC. We'll take a break. We'll come back. It's O'Gorman leading the Titans here in this first half. Welcome back. It's been all Maverick Jones tonight for O'Gorman. The senior running back has all 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 long rushing touchdowns, and the pick 6. O'Gorman leading T 21-10 right now. Be kicking off to the Titans will be Lawrence Hillman. Ethan Viss back to return for T, along with Tyler Red. Last time O'Gorman got the ball in a little short kick, so let's see if they do try to do that again. They kind of try to do it again, but that's the second time the Hillman kick goes out of bounds. So T will get the ball at the 40-yard line. T's offense led by quarterback Brenner Conrad.
Here is elected to take the ball at the 35.
Last possession offensively, running back Keegan DeYoung kind of limped off with a little bit of a knee issue. He's back out on the field, so that's good news if you're a T fan.
So it'll be 1st down and 10, ball at the 35-yard line for the Titans. Now it's been a while since the Titans offense has been on the field. Kind of a weird flowing game so far this evening. Quarterback will keep it this time. Conrad, he's got a little blocking room, actually just kind of pushes his own wide receiver out to help lead block for him and picks up a huge chunk of yards.
Conrad on the carry.
Yeah, Nolan Vandal tried to strip the ball out at the very end of the play. He did a good job holding on to it. But yeah, I mean, he was just kind of letting that receiver just fall on him. And good job by the quarterback running the ball. Big kid, too, as a sophomore, 6'3", 219. That's very good size for the quarterback position.
So a 24-yard gain there on 1st down for the Titans. Carry up the middle. They're going to get about 2 yards here, maybe 1.
Reed on the carry. Tackled by Clan of Knights.
Looks like Josh Wolfel at the bottom of the pile for the Knights defense. Fast-moving game, 4:33 now left here in the second quarter. O'Gorman 21-10 leading over T.
Nothing like Steve Keeter leaving you time for some activities after the game. If you want to go out and grab a bite to eat or something. 6 o'clock kickoff, and the Titans helping with that, taking every second of their play clock. I formation here with a wingback split off to the left. They'll give it to him over on the right side, rumbles around, and then gets stood up by Hayden Gross.
Reed on the carry. Gross on the tackle. No gain.
Tyler Reed on the carry.
Excuse me, gain of 2.
This might be 4-down territory for T. The ball's at the O'Gorman 39-yard line. They need to get to the 33, it looks like, for a 1st down, so about 3rd and 6. So as an offensive coordinator, it's nice to know from your coach here, telling you, hey, we got 2 plays to work with here.
So 3rd down.
Look at this spread formation. Yeah. T. Trips left.
And now to shotgun. Straight drop back pass. Kind of lofts one over the top, and it's going to be caught for a big 1st down over on the right side. Beat the linebacker.
I think that was Wolfel.
That was Wolfel there, as it was a nice fade route over the top and caught by DeYoung.
Conrad's pass.
For a big chunk of yardage
number
there.
8, DeYoung.
Hasn't thrown it much tonight, but Conrad's been pretty accurate, especially in the deep balls.
He's 7. Okay, 32-yard
get a little wheel route by your running back.
So 1st and 10 now, or sorry, 1st and goal. Ball is inside the 10. Titans will come out of the I formation. Continue to bleed the clock. 2:53 left. Snap, give, carry on the right side, got some room, and then spins around a defender and into the end zone. What a nice carry that time by Riley's Vanda.
Wanda.
And the Titans take a lead. Zvanda, excuse me.
Yeah, it's all him. We have one missed tackle. Here's number 2. Number 3 overran the play. He just kind of spun back at the 4-yard line, and it was all him getting the nice touchdown run for T. Nice little drive to counteract those 2 straight touchdowns for O'Gorman. A really much-needed score for T. The extra point now by Carson Hall is on the way, and just through. Henry Theobald almost had to block that time, and the kick was very low, but the kick is good. So with 2:46 left in the second quarter, it's a good one here, folks. The Knights 21, the Titans 17 here at the MAC. Welcome back. This is Brett Byler along with Isaac Struck. The Knights and the Titans, a very good football game here at O'Gorman on a beautiful Friday night. The Knights leading 21-17. The Titans just scored a touchdown to counteract the Knights' previous 2 touchdowns in short order on 2 long runs by Maverick Jones. The Knights will get the ball back with about 2:46 left here in the second quarter. See if they can get a touchdown before halftime.
Carson Hall prepares to kick off for the Titans.
Really good crowd for O'Gorman and also T. Both bleachers are packed. The student section is very well packed for O'Gorman as well.
Low kick going to be fielded by Teasy, who will kind of rumble around the left side. He's got room to run, breaks a tackle, down to the 50, down to the sideline, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, rumbles down to the 10-yard line where he gets knocked out of bounds. And a huge kickoff return by the sophomore. He took one back last week to open up the ball game, and he just took one about 70 yards down the sideline and sets up the Knights with beautiful field position at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I think it was Tim Halber, number 19, that saved the touchdown. But really good run by Teasy, showing off the speed, the balance to stay up on his feet that time, and he was going down the sideline and almost got all the way in for the touchdown. Putting the Knights in great field position. Ball at the T area Titans 12-yard line. There'll be a timeout by T.
Timeout. T area.
It's always a special benefit offensively for a team if they can have a really electric kick returner too, where you can just kind of swap field position like that on just in an instance like that. Those are such momentum plays, those long kickoff returns. You score a touchdown, you're really feeling good as an offense. You just answered 2 big touchdowns. You kick it off in a mere 15 seconds later, O'Gorman's at the 12-yard line.
Yeah. I mean, it's a game changer, if you will. It's somebody that you can just, you know, it's not like you're going to rely on it, but you always have that feeling in your back pocket, you know, hey, maybe this kid's going to break one here. And it was kind of a broken return there. It was a low, squibbing kick that slipped through the hands of Marsh.
I'd say the up guy missed it.
And then it kind of wobbly bounced into his hands, and he took it right over on the right side and then ran all the way back to the left and got pushed out of bounds at the, they're going to say the 12-yard line, So for a first half that looked like it was going nowhere for O'Gorman offensively, a couple of big special teams plays and big touchdown runs from Maverick Jones, and they're right back into rhythm offensively.
Well, football is a 3-phase game, offense, defense, and special teams. And tonight, especially here in the second quarter, the offense and the special teams are A+ so far in the second quarter. Maybe we'll see a little. Maybe this is Ryland Satter territory, I think, playing fullback. I'm predicting something from him this play.
Schlimgren in motion, becomes the tight end over on the right side. Snap, give to Jones. They're going to just try to beat everyone to the perimeter, and this time Jones is going to get stood up and dropped.
Boy, T was ready for that. They had 4 or 5 guys in the backfield, and that was the play that they had previously ran for a touchdown, and they weren't having any of that.
Loss of 3 brings up 2nd and 13.
Good penetration that time by your front lineman. It's like Dawson Bauer in the slot.
Yep. So second down and about 13 here for the Knights. Gross out of the shotgun. A little bit of a high snap again. This time he's going to launch one, lofting into the back corner of the end zone for Bauer, who caught it, but was just out of bounds. What a nice grab that time by Dawson Bauer. My goodness, snagged that thing out of the air, but just out of the end zone, and will bring up third down.
So far tonight, T's pass coverage has been very good. That one, the defensive back is right there too. It's just kind of been those outside runs has been the one thing that has really hurt them, and sometimes this gross running from the quarterback spot.
So third down and 13 for the Knights. They lead 21-17. 1:48 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Or second quarter, first half. Keep this time by Gross. Nothing doing there. He's just going to be dropped after a gain of 1.
So the ball will be at the, at the 13-yard line. So this would be about a 30-yard field goal if you want to kick it. Looks like the O'Gorman Knights offense is going to stay on the field. They're probably going to go for it.
4th and 12 to the Knights.
They might take up all the time, too, and call a timeout potentially, too.
Yeah, kind of just leave the offense out there. And looks like that's what Popping is going to do, talking to the side judge over here.
So Popping it will call a timeout for O'Gorman. Guessing we'll probably keep the offense on and go for it. It'll be about 4th and 11 here on the 14-yard line. You have to get to the 3 for a first down. 1:03 left in the second quarter. An exciting second quarter. A lot going on.
Yeah, it's been a touchdown after touchdown and big play after big play here in the second quarter after what was a lullaby of a first quarter.
The T had the ball, I think, 9 out of 12 minutes in that first quarter.
Yeah.
Gorman only one offensive possession.
They came up with a field goal. Yeah, this will be an interesting call here to see what Gorman does on 4th down and 12.
I don't know if it's 12, but this is kind of a similar area on the field where O'Gorman was against Brandon Valley when Gross hit Satter in that corner on that game-winning touchdown pass with about 7 seconds left, where I believe he was the slot receiver out of the trips that time. So I don't know if you call a similar play to that, but anytime you throw to Ryland Satter is always a good idea, in my opinion.
Yeah, just such a big target. So Knights will come out and huddle up briefly here.
Another offensive guy who's been kind of quiet tonight is Sullivan Schlimgen.
Yep, had that nice catch over in the corner, but it was out of bounds, and that's been about all we've heard from him so far. Snap, Gross. Screen to the right to Jones, and just nothing doing.
Good job that time by the defensive backs for T. Interesting play call that time by O'Gorman.
Looked like they thought they were going to have numbers out there and then just didn't.
So T's going to have a long way to go here
Ball's turned over on down.
Get themselves in field goal range with 56.9 seconds in an offense that's probably not built for these type of situations. They're such a heavy-oriented running team.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll take a chance here on first down. If it doesn't go anywhere, they might just, run it out.
Yep. And I think that if you're T, you're okay with that. Running the ball out, the clock out, I should say, knowing that you're going to get the ball to start the second half, too. He will throw over the middle to a wide-open receiver, and it's tipped and intercepted by Maverick Jones. Already had a pick six earlier and brings it all the way back inside the 10, and that's a nightmare situation for the T-Titans.
And that receiver was wide open. Brock Ellingson, number 9, over the middle, and is just passed behind him.
With the interception.
That could have been a long game for them.
I was just going to say, that could have been a 30-yard chunk gain there. It just seems like what's happening here is O'Gorman's losing track of these T receivers when they're coming out of this play-action situation. So it'll be first down and goal from the 8. Snap to Gross, fake of the give. He's going to sling one over to Satter, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown. So after the big turnover, the Knights strike on the first play, and they take a 27-17 lead pending the extra point.
Yeah, Satter came right out of the backfield in the fullback position, just ran out in the flats, and T did not pick him up. And good job by Hayden Gross recognizing right away, hitting him right in stride for the touchdown. As Ryland's third touchdown catch of the season. Gross's 9th touchdown pass, and here's the extra point by Hillman. Up and good. So Sioux Falls O'Gorman off the interception by Maverick Jones. The next play leads to an 8-yard touchdown pass from Gross to Satter. It's the Knights leading Teeth Area Titans 28-17 with 42.6 seconds left here in the second quarter from the mat. Both teams back on the field after the 8-yard touchdown pass by Satter from Gross after the interception that time by Maverick Jones. His second pick of the game got it all the way down to the 8-yard line, which could have been a big gainer for T. Turns into their second turnover, and both those turnovers have led to 14 points, which is a difference in the ball game. O'Gorman leading 28-17 with 42 seconds left. Lawrence Hillman kicking off to the Titans.
I was just going to say, do we see another little pooch kick? That one muffed. Oh, it looked like his knee might have been down as he'll take it right up the middle. And now T is going to strike on the ensuing kickoff return for a touchdown.
Boy, we have to look at this replay, Isaac, and see if they can back it up.
Because I thought Ethan Vist, but it looked like his knee was down.
With the kick return.
And he ran that one kind of right up the middle, too. It's kind of like the same kickoff with Thiesy for O'Gorman, where the up guy kind of looked like he's going to take it, and then Viss kind of called him off, picked it up, and then just shot right through the middle. And no O'Gorman Knights, I don't know if he really even touched him as he went in for the touchdown. And now we got an odd formation by T right now here on this extra point attempt. Now they're going to move back in a normal kicking formation.
The old swinging gate, if you will.
So Carson Hall on to kick the extra point. And that is good. So in a matter of 10 seconds, T gets a touchdown on the kickoff. It's 28-24 O'Gorman. It looks like we're almost in for a shootout like we were last year in that rainstorm up in T. Both these teams have had a very frantic second quarter with a ton of touchdowns after kind of a slow, methodical, low-scoring first quarter. A great answer for T, and not what you want to see for O'Gorman, your special teams unit right there. So now with T kicking off to O'Gorman, we got the dangerous Thiesy and Dawson Power back, so they're going to have to try to get a good coverage on their special teams as well. Halftime will be coming up. We'll take a little break at halftime. The O'Gorman Marching Knights look like they'll be ready to get on the field and perform at halftime under the direction of Ben Koch.
Well, let's see if there's another fireworks. Any other fireworks left in the tank here. What's been a wild second quarter.
It's 7-0 O'Gorman after the first quarter. So T scored 24 points. O'Gorman scored 21 in the second quarter.
High end over end kick. This time it will go into the hands of Dawson Bauer. We'll bring that one right around the 30-yard line. So
if you're O'Gorman, you have 28 seconds left. Ball on about the 30. at the 32-yard line. So, and let's see, O'Gorman, it looks like they have 2 timeouts left, or 1 timeout left. So they're, a couple of chunk plays could get you in position for either for a kind of a field goal or if they want to get to the end zone. We'll see what the first down play call is.
So first down from the 32-yard line. Gross will heave one down the sideline. He had Schlimgen open, tipped, and incomplete. Knights fans wanting some contact over there on the end. He had Schlimgen with about a half a step. Ball was just left a tiny bit short, but pretty well thrown arc-wise. And just falls incomplete.
I really like the play call. They're trying to take your shot right there on first down and potentially get a long pass play or get a pass interference.
Especially to someone that's got kind of a little burst of speed. If they were to catch that in stride, have some opportunity to take it down. Uh-oh. That one was just a look-out, escape little toss away there for Gross. Someone misfired on the block there, and team defensive lineman came straight through untouched, right down the A-gap.
Looked like they were trying to set up a screen to Maverick Jones that time, and that just fell apart. I wonder if you try to do that maybe here on third down, too. Whether it's Maverick, maybe it's Rylan Satter.
Yep.
Just try to get one of those guys in space to see what happens.
Yeah, let your playmaker make a play here because you're not really going to be able to move the ball down the field chunk yardage-wise, like play after play is. They're going to take a deep heave, and they've got Theobald wide open into the end zone. Touchdown, O'Gorman. What a beautifully thrown ball by Hayden Gross.
And T as a defense, you got to be guarding against that. And O'Gorman had 2 players kind of in the area, and Theobald just broke loose. And it really, like you said, Isaac, a great throw, hit him in stride for a touchdown. But as a defense, the one thing that can happen there just happened. Letting them get behind you, and O'Gorman taking advantage. So took Mahomes, about 13 seconds to take O'Gorman about the same amount of time to score. So Lawrence Hillman will be kicking another extra point, and this one is right through there. So the scoring continues. That's 28 points for O'Gorman here in the second quarter, 24 for T. The score is the Knights 35, T 24, 9.2 seconds left. Don't go anywhere, folks. This has been an exciting shootout here at the first half at O'Gorman High School. Welcome back. Henry Theobald with a 68-yard touchdown catch from Hayden Gross puts the Knights back up 35-24 with 9 seconds left in the second quarter. Knights kicking to T. And explosive. A lot of fireworks going on here in this first half offensively and on special teams. And a little defensively, too. Maverick Jones had a pick 6. So a lot happening here in this week 3 kickoff, and that's another one that's out of bounds by Hillman. So T will have it at the 40-yard line. So if they wanted to take a shot here with a pass play, they definitely can.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So Hillman kind of struggling keeping the ball in between the lines here. Luckily for O'Gorman, it hasn't really affected them, at the T starting at the 35 every drive, but something to definitely keep an eye on as this season goes on. That placement of those kicks. 9 seconds left. Feels like 25 minutes in this one. So T's got a little bit of time to do something here. First down and 10. This time they'll just hand off to DeYoung, who will run around the left side and then run out about. Nope, they're going to say that the clock is going to stay running. And that'll end it for the first half. After one half complete, the O'Gorman Knights lead the T-Area Titans 35-24 here at home We'll take a quick break. We'll get some stats, and we'll come back to cover the second half action after the break. You're listening to O'Gorman Heights Radio. Isaac Struck and Brett Beitler bringing you O'Gorman football.
The O'Gorman High School Instrumental Program is a comprehensive 9th through 12th grade band program consisting of the marching band, 2 concert bands, pep band, 2 jazz band, jazz combos, brass choir, musical theater pit orchestra, and a host of other musical activities. Band members performing tonight also serve as members of nearly every other activity and team sport offered at the high school. Tonight, they begin their halftime performance with a presentation of the Lord's Prayer, arranged especially for the marching nights by local artist, Mr. Jeremy Hayes. The O'Gorman Marching Knights are proud to present their 2023 competitive show, Beetlejuice. Let us take you on a chilling ride to the other side and back, featuring music from the Tim Burton 1988 classic film and the 2019 hit Broadway musical. Warning, you may experience hair-raising moments, intense thrills, and amazing shots. Heads may spin. This show is sure to put some life in your afterlife, but there's really nothing to worry about unless you say the name 3 times. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. It's showtime.
Drum majors, is your band ready? You will take the field in exhibition.
I now pronounce you Beetlejuice and Wild.
This year, the Marching Knights will compete in Marshall, Minnesota at the Pursuit of Excellence competition, in Laverne, Minnesota at the Tri-State Band Festival, in Brandon, South Dakota at the Big Sioux Review, and in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Youth and Music Marching Band Championships. They'll also co-host the annual Festival of Bands USA at Howard Wood Field, along with the other public high school bands in Sioux Falls. The Marching Knights would like to thank their friends and family, all of the band parent volunteers, as well as the students, faculty, and administration of O'Gorman High School for their continued support. Thank you, and go Knights!
Where it began, I can't begin to know, but when I know it's flowing strong. Wasn't the spring, when spring became the summer, who'd have believed you'd come along? And touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Seems because you never seem so good. This is the night when you don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only when I heard you runs off my shoulder, how can I hurt and hold them? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Time never seems so good. I feel glad we remember. Real good stuff. Up under the seat of my big black jacked truck. Rolling on 35, with a girl by my side. You got that sun, shirt, and blues. Waiting on you to look my way and see. You little hot stuff over here. You're hanging on the bed. Yeah. I'm on my stars and we're might sit down on my line, play, put in my country right here, let's say, little family, little T-Pain, might just make it rain. You can hang your t-shirt on, get that bacon in, shake us up a little moonlight, you know I know what you like, yeah. All of my stores and the up and take you downtown, but you look like the kind that wants to take you way out. I'll never home on the road, my boat to take me down the Frantic River, just up a little catfish dinner, gonna sound like a winner when I lay you down and love you good right. Yeah, that's my kind of night. Yeah, that's my kind of night. My kind of, your kind of, this kind of night. We dance in the dark and your lips wind on mine. Oh, gonna get our love on. Oh, gonna get our buzz on. Oh, gonna line you up and take you downtown. But you look like the kind that wants to take you way out. I'll get the home on my boat. I'm a friend river, just up a little catfish dinner. Gonna sound like a winner when I lay you down and love you right. Yeah, that's my kind of night. Yeah, that's my kind of night. Sometimes I get a feeling,
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School here for second half action between the O'Gorman Knights and the T-Titans. What a wild first half that was. 7 points scored in that first quarter, and after that it was a shootout back and forth.
52 points in that second quarter, Isaac. 28 for O'Gorman. All 24 for T was in that second quarter. We saw an interception return for a touchdown in the first half. We saw a kick return for a touchdown in the first half. We've seen 2 long runs. We've seen long passes. We've seen about a little bit of everything.
I was just going to say, the next thing we need is like a fumble recovery for a touchdown, maybe
fumble,
a punt return.
Fumble Rooski, something weird. Like, that T offense, the way they're set up, they could probably try to do one of those old fumble Rooski plays. But really exciting first half. I think both coaches defensively, I feel like, especially for T, it's been the outside. It's been the perimeter where O'Gorman's done a lot of their damage. They've done a pretty good job on the inside runs, on a lot of the pass plays. It's just been Maverick Jones getting to the perimeter. And that last pass play is just kind of a breakdown. And O'Gorman, that kick coverage, that you can't have that, a kick return for a touchdown. They seem like their pass defense has been a little bit confused as well in the first half.
I would agree. And, looking at some of those first half stats, T still 15 minutes of the first half, they had the football. And they had a lot more in that first quarter and didn't manage to get any points. Kicked that field goal to open up the second quarter, but O'Gorman's offense kind of came alive, found its rhythm there in the second half or in the second quarter. But still, when you look at the score, you would think that there would be a lot more yards for both teams. I mean, only 248 for O'Gorman offensively. They've got 133 through the air.
And most of that was in that last pass play to Theo.
I was just going to say they had 62 yards on that last pass play, or 68 yards on that last pass play. But yeah, Bennett Dannenbrink, Hayden Gross, 6 of 19 for 133 and 2 touchdowns. Kind of an interesting stat to see out of Gross, a quarterback that had just dominated the last game against Sioux Falls Roosevelt and kind of struggling a little bit tonight.
So Hillman with the short kickoff, kind of the theme of the game for both kickers.
That one stayed in between the sidelines there. So we first down for the Titans out of the break after halftime here. They'll be right at the 30-yard line, closest to us on the near hash.
I know you guys, O'Gorman's been wearing these gray uniforms, I think since you were a senior. It's just so weird to, I'm so used to, the blue and the white, and then they wear the grays. It's just a little bit of a different feel with the white. I like the gray than the white helmets, though, but it's just the O'Gorman blue is something that you look at the crowd, a lot of blue shirts. Again, great student section, great crowd for T. Should be an exciting first half with the Titans ball first on their 30-yard line.
So first down and 10, ball at the 30-yard line on the near hash. It'll be the Titans out of a interesting wingback formation. They'll swip it over to the right side, gain nothing. Nice tackle there by Sullivan Schlimgen. On the carry was number 17, Tyler Reed.
And this is like a game where if you're a linebacker, it's a lot of play your keys. Look at your offensive line. Are they in pass pro? Are they putting their heads down and run blocking? And there's a lot of there could be some misdirection too. So you got to follow the ball, read your keys, and trust your instincts.
Yeah, it's tough to play a team that you don't see this at that AAA level. I mean,
hardly
last time we
all.
talked about it was back at Rapid City Central about 5 years ago, running that wonky offense. But yeah, you don't see a whole lot of power football between the tackles, a lot of misdirection handoffs anymore. So it's kind of tough to adjust. But after you've had a whole first half to look at it, is this play action pass is going to be caught over on the side by Reed. Will get wrapped out of bounds near the 48-yard line. And you don't see it as often. Then the play action's what's beating you.
And that's that same play they ran in the first half on their first completion of the game for quarterback Conrad, just on the opposite side with the little wingback running across. And he has a nice little, it's almost like that was a little bit of a sidearm throw a little bit too. It hits him right in stride, a good gainer.
Yeah, and Reed came off that left wingback spot, just kind of ran a little arrow route, turned it into a little out route, kind of an up and out, and found himself wide open on the sideline again. The linebackers for O'Gorman have been struggling to pick up that play-action pass so far tonight. Run up the middle stuffed with nowhere to go. It's going to be a drop about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage there on the carry for DeYoung.
Nolan Vandal in on that play. Carlson in on that play. Really good job by Schlimgen on blowing up the fullback on the opposite side as well.
So it'll be second down and 13, ball at the 46-yard line for the Titans. O'Gorman looking to get their first stop of the second half here on the first Titans possession. They'll come out a shotgun this time. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a split back on each side of the quarterback. Straight drop back pass this time. Looks over to his left, flips it over that time to Reed, who makes a catch over on the numbers, and then it's going to be stood up by Maverick Jones.
Reed with the reception up.
Gain of about 8-9 yards. Looks like they gave him 8 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 5.
Good job that time. It's 2nd and 13, 2nd and long. Try to get in positive position for 3rd down, and now you're third and 5. You're probably in the area maybe of 2 downs here as well. You're just past midfield at the 46-yard line.
So the Titans will come out, 2 receivers to the right, tight end and a fullback split back off to the left. Running back straight behind the quarterback in Conrad. 3rd down and 5 early on in the 3rd quarter, big play of the game. Snap, fake of the give. That's going to be an option. The tailback wasn't there right away, and then got stood up hard by Henry Theobald.
Theobald with the big hit.
Yeah,
big hit.
The quarterback was looking to pitch it, and the back wasn't on the right shoulder. He's almost like parallel behind him, and the timing of that play was just kind of all out of whack. And I don't know if the quarterback was too deep or the back didn't get around. It's hard to know, but that's such a timing play.
Absolutely. Now here's a crazy fun fact for the night. T's first punt attempt of the evening here in the 3rd quarter. That one going to be fair caught heels at the 19-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over as Henry Theobald signals in that fair catch. And the Knights will trot out their offense for the first time in the second half.
Off the front by Riley Swanda.
It'll be 1st and 10 ball at the 19-yard line, almost the 20. Gorman with 248 yards of offense here in the first half. Again, Gross only 6 of 19, but with those 133 yards and 2 touchdowns, he's had a lot of passes hit off the hands of an intended receiver and bounce harmlessly to the turf. We'll see what O'Gorman does here. Found a lot of success early with Maverick Jones on the outside, and they'll get right back to it as Jones will rumble down near the 30, breaks a tackle, might have a block in the back there, and we do, as Jones will break another tackle near the 40. But this one's going to come back on Hayden Gross, the quarterback, I believe is going to be charged with the block in the back.
Flag on the play.
That's the worst feeling as a runner where you've ran all 40, 50 yards down the field. A play like that, and then it just ends up getting called back. You're walking back to the huddle, and you're kind of winded from that long run. It didn't count at all.
How often do you see a quarterback get called for a lead block in the back?
Probably never for you, right, Isaac?
No, gosh, no. That would not happen back in
the day. In the back. Number 53, 10-yard penalty.
Oh, they're going to call it on 53.
Replay, first down.
Wilcox.
So Lathan Wilcox is going to get that one. I was going to say Gross was out there and had a block, and I thought that was Gross that threw that block, but I guess it was Wilcox.
1st and 3.
You don't see this very often, folks. 1st and 3. For O'Gorman.
Yeah, first down and 3, ball at the 27-yard line. Snap, fake of the give. Gross, plenty of time in the pocket. Steps up, lofts one over the top to Dawson Bauer, and it's caught at the 30-yard line inside the 20. And they're going to mark him right at the 20-yard line. We got a flag way deep on the backside.
Right by the T bench. At the 26-yard line, the flag is. We'll see what that's all about.
Could be a illegal formation, maybe. Too many men in the backfield. Well, that time, Gross dropped another long arching ball right in the bucket of Dawson Bauer.
I think it's an eligible lineman downfield. So 2 straight penalties, negating 2 straight really long plays for O'Gorman.
Yeah, that's shooting yourself in the foot right there. And that was a big catch for Dawson Bauer, kind of his first time making a big play this season.
Ineligible downfield.
Yep.
Offense, number 2. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Number 2.
Referees might kind of cut out trying to say the number who was.
They said that it was Schlimgen, and they were saying that he was on the line. But some disagreement from the press box over here. They believe that Schlimgen was off the line. I guess I could go back and watch. Well, Satter will come in motion from right to left now, first down and 8. Another high lofting ball just out of the outstretched arms of Satter. That one would have gone for 6.
There was 3 vertical routes on that play, and Satter was the one on the far sideline, was wide open, and it's kind of, I think he was more of a slow developing play over on that side, and just about 2 yards out of reach for him that time.
On the wheel route, falls incomplete.
So second down and 8.
Second and 8.
Ball on the O'Gorman 22-yard line.
Allergies were acting up there for a second. I had to go blow my nose.
I had you.
Second down and 8. Gross will straight drop back. This time he'll loft one up over the top, and this time he's got Theobald wide open to the 20, to the 10, 5, end zone touchdown O'Gorman. This one will not come back.
Very similar play to that previous play. This time it was just Theobald, the one doing the wheel route on the same sideline as Satter, and Gross, a great pass, hit him in stride. And Henry Theobald's second really long touchdown catch for O'Gorman. The defensive back showing off his receiver skills as well.
I was just going to say, I think that they found something here in the T defense where they're able to exploit it. That's 3 straight deep passes that they've converted on here.
I feel like just the team speed of O'Gorman and some of those skill players is just a little bit too much right now for T. Extra point on the way for Hillman is right through there. His legs got a lot of work tonight with all these extra points. Excuse me, that one was off. He missed that one. So with 7:17 left in the third quarter, it's the O'Gorman Knights 41, the T Area Titans 24. We'll take a break. We'll be back from the MAC.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School, where the Knights just picked up a big touchdown reception that time from Henry Theobald. Hayden Gross dropped in the bucket, and just as we were kind of talking about right before the break there, O'Gorman has found something in this T defense where they're able to hit those wheel routes out on the perimeter for big lofting over-the-top throws, and it just seems like there's just nobody over there.
It feels like they're kind of running off a few of the deep safeties there, and then they're creating that third guy on the other side. There's just not enough defenders back in that zone and that far sideline. He basically, like I said, ran the same play, really smart coaching. You see something, go right back to it, and now we'll have Hillman kicking off to the Titans.
Hillman will send this one a little soft, little poocher near the 40, and that time he's going to be down. That time his knees were down. I was going to say that side judge still didn't signal him down. He was chopping the clock in.
Theobald getting a little work on the legs, probably a little cramping up a little bit, especially after running those long pass plays, playing defense as well. Trainer's doing a good job down there on him. Let's see if the defense maybe can create a turnover or do something here to really, kind of get the game a little bit out of hand. It's still 17 points, quarter and a half left, so T's still in it, but another touchdown by O'Gorman is going to make it really tough.
Carry right up, play action pass fooled me. Wide open receiver, and it's just over the outstretched arms of DeYoung.
Conrad's pass is intended for the fullback, running down the seam. Falls incomplete.
That was a really good play call again by T. The receiver was wide open, getting behind the defensive back. Good pressure by Nolan Vandal that time. But pass defense for O'Gorman's showing a lot of open receivers so far for T.
Oh boy, we got some good old-fashioned football talk going on behind us here. A couple of old vets there talking some game. Quick little out route to the receiver outside, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield.
I think that was Sam Marsh with a nice tackle over there.
Sam Marsh with the play for the Knights. Loss of 1.
And you see T might be a little bit out of their comfort zone somewhat offensively now, down by 17. This is the first time in this game where they probably can't do that normal offense where they're going to try to run the ball, say 70-80% of the time. We're going to have to maybe try to throw it a little bit more to catch up down 17.
So 3rd down and 11. Ball is at the 20-yard line for the Titans. Snap, drop back pass. A lot of pressure. He's going to flood him out to the right, and then he's going to have to just take off and scramble for this one. They're not going to be able to do anything there. So that'll bring up 4th down.
Conrad gains 2 on the scramble.
The Titans will get ready to punt here.
So 2 offensive possessions and 2 punts here in the second half for T.
With the Knights on the tackle. 4th and 7 for the Titans.
Maverick Jones, Dawson Bauer back to dangerous returners.
Snap. Kick, wobbly one into Bauer's hands right at the 49-yard line, just across from the 50. So Knights will start in their own side of the 50, but with just 1 yard to flip that.
41-24, O'Gorman leading, 5:42 left in the third quarter. Knights trying to go to 3-0 in the season. The date set against Rapid City Stevens next Friday night, followed by Sioux Falls Lincoln on the road, and then Sioux Falls Jefferson 2 weeks from today will be, or 3 weeks from today will be their next home game on the 29th of September.
So 1st down and 10, they're going to actually put the ball right at the 50-yard line. They'll send Satter in motion from left to right. High snap. Straight pass over to Satter near the 50. He's going to run into a herd of Titans who are ripping hard at that football.
It looked like it almost came out, too.
Gross's pass completed to Satter. Gain of 2.
I'm excited tomorrow, Isaac, for that Jefferson-Lincoln game kicking off at 3:30 at Howard Wood Field. I think that should be a really good one. 2 teams that are 2-0 on the season. Jefferson,
that'll be exciting.
Jefferson 2 overtime wins.
Straight sweep over on the left side for Jones, who's going to pick up a 1st down and get out of bounds, and then gets tackled real late, and the flag comes out.
And that's a good run by Jones.
Probably a little bit of a frustration play that time as a defender. You know, you're just kind of, you lose your cool a little bit. They got a couple long touchdowns on you, and that time you should have just kind of held him up. And 12, 13-yard run, another 15 yards, and O'Gorman get in the red zone now. Ball right at the key area, 21-yard line. Fun football week for guys like Isaac and I are football junkies. You had the NFL kicking off last night with the Chiefs and Lions, the Knights tonight.
Where do you assume that I'll be tomorrow? Up in Brookings watching the South Dakota State Jackrabbits take on the Montana State Bobcats. 6 p.m. kickoff.
Should Montana State be any good this year?
They're number 3 in the FCS, so it's 1 versus 3 as Schlimkin catches this one and bulldozes over a defender inside the 10.
Nice tackle that time by Ethan Viss. He kind of got off the Canyon Bauer block, else Schlimkin probably would have scored, so that should be a good one for you tomorrow night up in Brookings. And then our full slate of Sunday NFL games on. Isaac's Patriots take on the Eagles. My Cowboys are on Sunday night against the Giants.
I splurged a little bit and bought NFL Sunday tickets so that I could watch every Patriots game this year with my YouTube TV subscription.
There you go.
Gross out of the gun. Will drop back the pass. Fire it over the middle, over the hands of Dawson Bauer. That one just a little bit too tall and incomplete. Had him open on the slant route there. Just threw it a little bit high.
Yeah, pretty good pass by Gross. Went through Bauer's hand and went right through the defensive back's hands, too. They got Monday Night Football with the Jets and the Bills, so just a fun week.
Yeah, the Jets and the Bills. Yeah, real fun teams to watch. First and goal, ball at the 10. Second and goal, excuse me, ball at the 10-yard line.
Bitter Patriots fan.
Yeah, it's all right. Jones carry for about a yard over on the right side between the tackles.
Gorman taking just a little bit more time now between plays. Up 17.
Third and goal for the Knights from the 9-yard line.
Gross throws over to the right side, and it's going to be caught in the corner of the end zone by Rylan Satter. That one tough to see from my ankle. Oh, wow. Someone just overruled it.
So one referee had a touchdown, but then the other one came in and called it incomplete. I don't know if it was
incomplete,
saying it was a bobble or he didn't have any. He had at least 1 foot in. So anyway, he'll be fourth down. So now the field goal unit comes out there.
I'm going to say it must have been a bobble or non-control by the time that he was sliding out of bounds there.
So this field goal attempt, ball's on the 9-yard line. So this will be a 26-yard field goal attempt by Lawrence Hillman.
You've got the better angle. I'll let you take this one.
All right, so snap, Gross to hold, Hillman the kick, and it is to the left. No good. Had the distance, is kind of fluttered up there and is a little bit wide left.
And that'll be the last time I let you call one of those. No, I'm kidding.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
So the Knights defense coming back. I'm feeling, to me, that's a play where you could potentially go for, but you're up 17. You have a young kicker. You know, why not give him a chance to kick a field goal? Because you never know down the end of the season. You know, you might need to know, can he, under pressure a little bit, kick a field goal if you need it. So I like the call to kick it. Now it's up to the Knights defense to get a stop here, up 17.
First down and 10 for the Titans. 3:50 left on the clock here.
Oh, it looked like the wingback was moving forward just a little bit.
Oh, a straight quarterback keeper right up the gut. Luke Fritsch with the quarterback keeper.
Pretty popular call for the first 2 years. This is my 10th year being involved with the O'Gorman football broadcast. The first year was a fall of 14, so we had both Luke Fritsch and Dodie McQuinjob, Boston Bauer, their junior and senior years. And now Antonio Casiello, AC. Really good teams that for the Knights. They lost to Washington their senior year in the state title game, and that really good loaded Washington team.
Yeah, that was a tough game to win, and had a really good shot at winning it. Out of the shotgun here. Straight give over on the right side. Nothing doing. They're going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up third down.
So T's offense has kind of been stalled out a little bit in the second half. This is their third possession. They don't have any points, 2 punts. They had an opportunity in the last drive on that first down play for a big pass play and missed it. So O'Gorman's defense kind of play a little bit better now, and T really needing some positive plays here to try to get the game within a 2-score game going to that fourth quarter.
Third down and 5. A little bit of a triple option here. Quarterback's going to take it and then pitches it, and he's going to get it out just in time. And, looked like Schlimkin just about ripped that ball right out, but not before T can pick up the first down on the ground. That triple option play is the one that's killing us. Biting on that fake up the middle, and then the quarterback keeps it for so long and ditches it just at the right time. Resulting in gains about 6-7 yards every time that they run that play.
Somewhere Steve Keeter is smiling right now.
Yeah, right. Somewhere down in his golf cart.
This might be a good try to do a little deep pass here. Maybe.
Yeah. So I was going to say start taking some shots down the field a little bit here. Nice little keep around the right side for a gain of about 4.
Conrad on the carry.
Take a look here at some O'Gorman activities going on. Tomorrow there's a cross-country invite, Yankton Trail, right basically where I live. That'll be at 10 a.m. for the Knights, Girls, and Boys cross-country. The show choir has a choreography camp, and then we'll watch this next play, and I can kind of get into next week. There's a lot going on Tuesday. I have a full sheet and a half of paper.
Say, Tuesday is a big day at O'Gorman High School.
Especially in the fall with all the sports going on in the fall.
Yeah.
Ooh,
movement there. Still nothing, though. It's just going to be a dead play. There's movement up front that actually ruined the play for the Titans. That fullback started to move and then was off with the mesh point there, and then what could have been a handoff or a keep turned into an automatic keep, and the line was already a little bit discombobulated and dropped it for a loss. If you're T, you might as well rather just have the penalty there because you still have second down. Now it's 3rd down and 9 versus what would have been 2nd and 11.
Conrad, the quarterback, got his leg kind of looked like maybe rolled up or a little hyperextended there. He's kind of limping around as well, so have to watch him to kind of see how he's moving around.
So 3rd down and 9. Actually, 3rd and 11. Drop back pass. He's got some time to throw now. Pressure from the backside, and Satter's going to wrap him up in the backfield. Now it looks like Satter's cramping. Oh, no, walks it right off.
Ryan Satter with the sack.
So and that's how the third quarter will end, with the big sack by Satter at 3rd and 11. So T will have to punt to start the fourth quarter. The Knights up 41-24, kind of pulling away here at the MAC. This is O'Gorman football on the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel. I'm going to stay right here and just kind of go through some of the activities for O'Gorman next week. On Monday, September 11th, the boys golf team will be up in Brookings at Edgewood Golf Course. The girls tennis, they'll be having a varsity match at Sioux Falls, Washington High School. That's a 4 o'clock match. And the JV football team will be hosting Brandon Valley right here at the MAC at 4:30 p.m. On Tuesday, September 12th, the boys will have a varsity golf meet here in Elbwin Golf Course. The tennis will have a girls varsity quadrangular against multiple schools at Brookings High School. There's going to be soccer going on. The varsity is at 6 for the girls against Harrisburg here at the MAC, and the boys are at 8. So doubleheader soccer on Tuesday night. Volleyball will be at Watertown at 7 o'clock as well on Tuesday. So we have golf, we have soccer, we have tennis, we have volleyball. Thursday we have girls varsity tennis at McKinnon Park against Sioux Falls Jefferson at 2 o'clock. And then we have the football freshman game at O'Gorman versus Jefferson at 4:15 on Thursday, September 14th.
We also have 8th grade football on Tuesday on the practice field over there, the turf practice field, nice practice field. Just in case anyone wants to come out and watch my 8th grade Knights out there. That one nearly blocked. And he's sent right into the hands of Jace Teasy, who then gets wrapped up beautifully on the tackle.
Have you ever golfed at that Brookings golf course?
I have not, no. I wish I would have, but I just haven't. I'm usually either up there in the winter months or falls for a football game. Never really much of a stay in golf. Didn't golf a lot there when I was at school there. So yeah, no. Nice course when you drive by it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see if they kind of what the Knights' offensive strategy here is. This, I think if pretty much one more touchdown, we can pretty much over here. So we'll see.
Coast this one into the setting sun. Gross, lot of pressure, and he's going to get wrapped up hard, and then got hit hard late. Hayden Gross, 9 of 25 for 224 and 3 touchdowns. Not the most completions he's had or completion percentage, but still with 224 and 3 touchdowns on a long of 78.
And that average per completion is pretty high, too. If you have 9 completions and 225 yards, you can do the math in your head, but that's quite a few yards per completion. A little bit over, I believe, 20 yards of completion.
How about Henry Theobald, 2 catches for 146 and 2 touchdowns? I think that was my pick to click, was it not?
I think it was.
Gross, a little bit of time. Now he's getting flushed out of the pocket. He's going to get a couple of yards on the ground near the 50.
Good job that time, just kind of getting out of there.
Pick up about 7 actually on that carry.
To the 50, brings up 3rd and 5 for the Knights. Gain of 7, I believe.
Seems like he has a pretty good IQ of kind of when he needs to get in and out of the pocket here. And it just comes with playing, honestly, a lot. Compare week 1, you have week 2, week 3. Hopefully then by week 6 or 7, when can I stay in there? When do I have to get out of there?
Straight keep for Jones over on the right side off the direct snap, and he's going to pick up just enough for a first down.
Jones on the carry.
That's been a play they've gone to a lot, Isaac, on even like 3rd and long. We saw the first touchdown was, I believe, a 3rd and long play where he was around the end for a touchdown. So Poppinga not afraid to run the ball in those positions. I feel like he's found something on the outside, whether it's with the running game or the deep passing game.
So first down and 10.
10 minutes even here in the 4th quarter. Beautiful football night here in September at the MAC. Gorgeous weather, not much wind.
Snap, drop back pass. Gross again with some pressure. He's going to have to scramble. This time now there's a flag. Looks like there's going to be a holding call as Gross just continues to run down the right side. And he's going to rumble all the way to the 10. They've got 2 flags in the same spot, and that's exactly what we talked about earlier, where you just keep scrambling, and then you pick up a big gain, and it's coming back.
Which Poppy having some words for Schlimgen as he comes off the field.
Hold it. Offense, number 55. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay. First down.
That's Landon Bartles on the hold for O'Gorman. Who's your 8th graders playing Tuesday?
Brandon Valley. Should be a good game. Not a bad first game for us either. But those first games of that 8th grade can be tough every once in a while. Oh, and Gross is going to take a big sack there. Now we've got 2nd down in a country mile for the Knights. Gross a little bit slow to get up, and now look at Poppinga just straight beelining for that offensive line. And Gross.
On the sack for the Titans.
Looks like Poppinga was saying to get that ball out somewhere over on the left side to an open receiver who he just missed. Hot as a pistol, and he's leaving the huddle.
Some AA games tonight, Isaac, as we have a little break in time here. We have Douglas at Spearfish tonight. That's at Douglas. Watertown is at Yankton. Mitchell is hosting Pierre, and then Brookings and Huron as well. So Brookings, Huron, Mitchell, Pierre, Watertown, Yankton, Douglas, Spearfish. And then in AAA, it is Brandon Valley and Rapid City Central is the only other game tonight besides the Knights playing T-Area Titans. Knights going back on the field after a little heated huddle, I would say.
Let's see, what do we got distance-wise here?
Ball's at the 37. You got to get to the 34.
Yeah.
13. It's 27. Yeah, second 27.
And incomplete.
It seems like some of these pass plays here recently have been taking a little while to develop, too, where they're not, 3-step drop out. So I wonder if that's part of it with Gross. Maybe you're just holding the ball a little bit too long or maybe not seeing something. It's hard to tell, but Papia definitely was not happy.
28.
Yeah, absolutely not. And that score of that Brandon Rapid City Central game, 32-0 in the fourth quarter, Brandon Valley on top of the Cobblers.
Did Brandon or Harrisburg win last Saturday?
I think it was Harrisburg.
So Brandon would be looking for their first win. A long pass is intercepted.
Kind of telegraphed that one into double coverage at that safety over the top. It was just kind of lurking right towards the ball. I don't think Gross saw him there, and it was
Gross's pass is
interception
by number 9, Brock Ellingson.
That was number 9
on
the interception for Harrisburg, Brock Ellingson. And he's 6'5", so he's a pretty tall kid back there. Like you said, he's just kind of standing at the safety spot right kind of that yard marker and just kind of stepped right in front of it. Saw the whole play develop.
First down and 10, ball at the 40-yard line, exactly what team needed, and they'll come up, play action, flip it to the fullback, wide open, and he's going to rumble into the end zone for a touchdown. That play has beat the Knights a couple of times with that fake to the fullback, and then he just slips right down the seam, wide open, and just like that, he is right back into this ball game.
And that's kind of the play they need. You kind of, when you're down 17 in the fourth quarter, you need that quick strike touchdown to give yourself a chance. And that was a one-play drive. The fullback to Young right down the middle to Pater. A really nice little throw that time by their quarterback, Brenner Conrad. And not what you want to give up as a defense on the change of possession. Here's the extra point attempt by Carson Hall. It is up. It's a knuckleball and off a little bit to the left, so he's seen a couple missed field goals on this side of the field, extra points, and they're showing the little replay as we're watching it right now on the big screen with, like Isaac said, the fullback is streaking right up the middle of the field behind two Knights defenders. It's now 41-30, 9:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Knights lead in T area.
Get it in the garbage cans or recycling, depending on the material. It would be greatly appreciated. Once again, please pick up the trash and recycling around you. Thank you.
Not line up in it.
Welcome back to the MAC. Brett Byler, Isaac Struck with you. T area on a one-play drive. The Young catches a 45-yard touchdown pass. It's 41-30, and Isaac and I were kind of talking about, we'll see if they pooch it, onside kick it, or just kick it deep here. This might.
So you just want to be aware if you're the O'Gorman front line here on this kickoff return.
Looks like Bauer and Peasy deep for the Knights.
No, they will just send it back deep, and looks like they were offsides, actually.
So then you just move them back 5 yards, basically.
Flag on the play.
Encroachment. Kicking team.
He almost took one to the house in the second quarter. He took it all the way down to about the 10-yard line. So he's very, very dangerous. He returned a kick last week against Roosevelt for a touchdown.
Yep, opening kickoff, too. So T will back it up 5 yards and try again from the 35. Looked like the kicker kind of took a slow little jog at it, like he was going to pooch it onside it, and then it just kind of threw off the rest of the guys, and there was like two of them that were across that line.
Taking a while here to get out of the huddle. Will this be interesting if they backed him up 5 yards and then they tried something tricky?
This one a little more end over end, right into the hands of Bauer, who will cut back to about the 35-yard line near the 40, where he'll be brought down. And the Knights offense will charge back out there after the interception, looking to get a little bit more going on the offensive end here. You know, a touchdown could put this one out of reach. At least you want to flip the field position and take some time off the clock.
I wonder if I'm O'Gorman, if I get back to those outside runs with Maverick Jones, or those direct snaps to him that lead to those outside around the edge runs. He's had a lot of success in the first half doing that.
I was going to say, give yourself a chance to kind of run out the clock and pick up yardage here, as they'll fake it and flip it over to Satter, who will rumble around and then get knocked out of bounds, but the clock will continue to run.
Joseph's pass is complete to Satter. Gain of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 from the Knights' own 44-yard line.
2nd down and 4, ball at the 44-yard line for O'Gorman. Snap, fake give this time, and Gross is going to keep it up the middle and gets bulldozed backwards after a gain of about 2.
This is a pretty big defensive play, pretty big play in the game right now. 8 minutes, will be a little bit under 8 minutes when O'Gorman snaps this. 3rd and about 2. If T can get a stop, force a punt here, get the ball back. But if O'Gorman can get a first down, he can kind of run off at least a few more minutes. And so this is a big momentum of T's defense. See if they can get a stop here.
3rd down and 2, ball at the 46-yard line. They need the 48. Snap, give. Jones going to get of himself a few yards after contact and pick up a first down on the ground. So they do pick up the big first down there, and will move the chains and keep the clock moving.
And that's a very rare play tonight. It's a straight dive by O'Gorman, and Maverick Jones gets the first down. And T has about 4 or 5 players playing both offense and defense, just like O'Gorman too. So you just kind of wonder, if some of those players maybe getting a little tired right now as we get toward the middle of the 4th quarter.
And I think after you've run it outside so many times with him, it's easier to slip a ball up the middle. That's what they're trying to do again, as Jones makes a few guys miss and then gets drilled, and then there's a flag coming in from the backside.
Jones on the carry. Turek on the tackle.
There is a flag on the play and a tighten down. Can't tell if it was a shoulder or if it was a cramp for sure.
Hold it. Offense, number 53. Penalty. Step.
Second penalty here in the second half on Lathan Wilcox.
I was just going to say that what was the call there?
Holding on O'Gorman, on Lathan Wilcox. Weibenga, number 55, is going to walk off under his own power for T.
Almost seems kind of like a shoulder stinger there.
Those are not fun. I never had one in high school. I had a player I played with that would get like 1 or 2 of those every single game.
Yeah. Saw that a lot out of CJ Stukel would get about 1 of those a game. First down and 20. Waiting on Satter's wheel route, and it's underthrown and incomplete. A lot of O'Gorman fans there complaining there should have been a penalty. That ball being underthrown, the defender has every right to that ball.
And he did a really good job of turning his whole body and head around, too. It's where, defender gets in trouble there if he doesn't locate the ball. He kind of runs through the receiver, and as a receiver, you can kind of run back into the defender. But I don't think Satter really got his head around too quickly either for that ball.
Yeah, that one needs to be lofted a little bit more to the sideline, back over by the numbers there. Right read, though, to take that shot to that wheel route, especially with Satter running on a linebacker there, but just wasn't there. And now he'll try to throw one over the middle to Satter in a crowded huddle.
So it'll be 3rd and about 20 for O'Gorman. We've seen a lot of 3rd and longs in this game for O'Gorman.
Yeah.
More than I would say in a normal game.
I would say they're getting behind the chains here in the second half, especially. But yeah, not picking up, a costly penalty on a first down, and then an incompletion. And
the clock's been stopped, too, with those
and all of a sudden you're faced with 3rd and 20 and a stopped clock. Drop back pass for Gross. Flings one over the middle. That one's picked off. Intercepted at the 35-yard line and brought back to the 32. Safety read that one well and caught it in stride. And all of a sudden, T picking up a little momentum here.
Intercepted by number 9, Brock Ellingson.
That was Ellingson again with the interception, is playing safety, and looks like Gross was trying to hit the post route, but the safety was just kind of there the whole time. So I don't know if he's not seeing that, or but anyway, it's something that T Area's defense has given their offense now a shot. Down 11, timeout on the field, 41-30. O'Gorman leading with 6:30 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Welcome back. It's T-ball after the interception by Ellingson, his second of the half at the 46-yard line.
Another play-action pass. They're going to flip it out to an open receiver. Gets wrapped up by Maverick Jones, but there's that play-action pass, bringing the wing back from the left side back over to the right, finding him out in the flats, and that'll be another first down for the Titans. They're not out of this one yet, trailing by 11 with 6 minutes to go.
If Maverick didn't make that tackle, he was off to the races. He was kind of the last defender over there trailing the play. Late substitution now. Moshbach in for Gross.
There's the triple option. Flip over to the left side. Bobbled it initially, and now running around. Got stuck by the defender.
I think that was Moshbach, number 3.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to see the numbers from over here. I think it was a safety who had just checked in the play.
Good hard hit on the first play in.
We'll see if there's a little bit of urgency for T in these huddles, maybe a little bit faster. I mean, 5:35 left, but you're going to try to score at least by 3 minutes. I would say at the
a team
minimum.
That's been kind of just grinding down the clock every drive. Now they got to move a little bit. Now we've got a
timeout.
Timeout for O'Gorman.
Timeout. O'Gorman. They're second of the
half. By there with Isaac Struck here. 5:25 left here in the fourth quarter. Timeout by the O'Gorman defense. T driving the ball on the 9:34-yard line. We'll take a quick break.
32, Rapid City Central 0. 11 AA scores. Spearfish 41, Douglas 0. With 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Pier 41, Mitchell 0 at the end of the first half. Huron 28, Brookings 6 at the end of the first half. Up in Watertown, it's all tied between the Arrows and the Bucks. 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
That's home, sweet tea, pecan pie, homemade wine.
Back in action here at the MAC.
See the O'Gorman defense making get a little pass rush, get a little pressure here.
5:25 left. Titans trail 41-30 with the ball near the 35-yard line. Give up the middle. Got some room to run.
Oh,
Just about slipped through a tackle there, and he's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Boy, O'Gorman likes to make these games against T heart attacks. The 2 times that they've played them, both times have been high-scoring affairs, shootouts, if you will.
Here at the O'Gorman 20-yard line.
5:12 left, clock running.
Drop back pass this time. He's got a receiver open. Doesn't get rid of it. Now he's going to eat a big sack. Actually flips it out of bounds wisely to avoid the 7-yard sack. And it'll actually just bring up 2nd and 10. Had that receiver open initially. I mean, he was open over on that boundary.
Yeah, I just saw the replay. And really smart play, though, at the end of the play by the sophomore. Just getting the ball out of his hands, avoiding the, say, a 5-7 yard loss and the sack. Stopping the clock. Moving on to 2nd down.
Yeah, well done. Good poise there. Rolling out of the pocket, feeling pressure, waiting to the last second, then ditching it out of bounds. That was really well done. Here's the triple option over to the right side. This time O'Gorman's got plenty of defenders there, and what a beautiful tackle by Creighton Rosh. Gets up pretty amped there after the solo tackle.
If I was T, I wouldn't be afraid to just throw it up to Ellingson, number 9. He's 6'5". There's no one on O'Gorman's defense that even is 3 or 4 inches, not quite as tall as he is. This in the corner of the end zone and see if he can kind of just win a jump ball.
So 3rd down and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. Shotgun snap. Quick little swing pass over on the perimeter to DeYoung, and he's going to get about 5 yards there.
4th down. This is probably the ball game here for T. If you don't get it, it's going to be extremely hard. Down 11 with 3.5 minutes left. You have to get a stop and 2 scores. So
brings up.
Let's see what Shannon Poppy can call here. Crowd making some noise for O'Gorman. Ball on the 15-yard line. They got to get to about the 10.
4th down and about 5. Titans with the football. Snap, roll out pass to the right. He's going to sling a sidearm ball that gets tipped, and it comes up incomplete.
Oh, right through the hands of number 17, Reed, that time. He had probably been really close to first down if he caught it, and but it falls incomplete, and O'Gorman's defense does hold. So if you're an offense here, just hang on to the ball and don't turn it over, and you're in pretty good shape. It'll be interesting seeing Double-A this year. Obviously, Pierce right there and T. But if there's any other teams that come to mind that might
be challenger,
for those two.
Straight direct snap this time to Maverick Jones. He'll rumble around the left side, kind of dip and dive around.
Ooh,
looked like the ball almost came out there.
Jones gains 11.
So first down run by Maverick Jones.
Their own 26-yard line.
Maverick's one of those ones this year in the 2 games that we've seen him in person. For me, myself, here at the MAC, tough guy for the initial defender to bring down. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but pretty slippery, probably more powerful than he looks with his stature, and does a really good job keeping those feet moving.
First down and 10. They're going to throw this time over the middle, and it's Schlimgen who catches it for a first down. Still on his feet and rumbling forward across the 40.
I say that's some confidence in your quarterback to throw it there after 2 interceptions. You know, almost there. He's like, well, they're going to keep throwing it. So,
First and 10 Knights. At their own 40.
O'Gorman's changed the field position too with those 2 first downs now at the 40-yard line. So they're in really good shape here. I feel like you're probably going to see a few running plays here, and probably another first down is almost over. He does have all their timeouts left, so we'll probably see a timeout, I'm guessing, after this play with 2:43 left.
Snap, give, Jones up the middle, makes a cut. Needs to be tackled after about 3 yards. Looks like T's not even going to take a timeout.
Interesting. O'Gorman huddling up here, obviously going to take their time before plays. 41-30.
Snap to Gross. They'll throw it. I was going to say there was a lot of movement up front there. It looked like it was a slow snap.
Snap infraction. Offense, number 51. 5-yard penalty.
Exactly what it was.
Still second down.
That's another play you don't see a lot. Snap infraction. We had one last night in the NFL game. I'm sure you saw it, Isaac. It says offsides on everyone but the center.
Yeah.
Or
false start on everyone but the center.
That's a lowly position if you're the center and everyone moves and you still have the ball. You're
just planted right where you were. I'm not moving. I ain't leaving.
Now we're going to get a timeout call?
Now we do.
Timeout. Key area. The first of the half.
Interesting.
I think
I was
the clock
say,
was stopped.
The clock was already stopped. Really interesting timeout call there by T.
The only thing I can think is if they weren't lined up right or they didn't have enough players or something, but with the clock stopped, but anyway, so they'll have 2 timeouts left to call. It'll be second down for O'Gorman.
Yeah, really baffling there.
What do you like the most tonight that you've seen from O'Gorman, Isaac?
Their ability to run the football, which we didn't see a whole lot of against Brandon. We didn't see a ton of it against Roosevelt because of the way that game played out. But tonight they've really been able to just kind of ground and pound and pick up a lot of chunk yardages on the ground. Maverick Jones, 9 carries. This is at the end of the third quarter, but 9 carries for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. They were able to just have success early on the ground. Didn't have to take multiple run plays a drive. It was 2 or 3 run plays, and all of a sudden they're right in scoring position.
I think one thing that they're going to probably work on going into next week too is better plays on first and second downs. Because tonight they got into a lot of third and longs with penalties, or just third and longs not executing as well. So trying to have better results on those early downs offensively.
Snap, straight drop back swing pass this time over to Jones, who's going to get around one defender and then right near the sticks and stayed in bounds. It's actually perfect for O'Gorman that he's going to wind up a yard short. Now T takes another timeout.
After a gain of 14.
Second of the half.
So looking at the O'Gorman schedule for the rest of the way here as we have a little break in time. They have next Friday, they'll be at Rapid City Stevens. That's a 4 p.m. Mountain Time start. Then on the 22nd, they'll be at Sioux Falls Lincoln. That's actually at Howard Wood, obviously. Lincoln Patriots right now are 2-0. They play Jefferson tomorrow in the President's Bowl. Jefferson's also 2-0. 2 overtime wins for Jefferson. Their next home game, our next broadcast, will be on September 29th against Sioux Falls Jefferson. That's a 5 o'clock start here at the MAC. Then they're at Washington, home against Rapid City Central, and they close the regular season at Harrisburg on that Thursday night, October 19th. At Jefferson, that'll be a fun one in 3 weeks, Isaac.
I was just going to say, first time that Jefferson comes over to O'Gorman High School. That'll be a fun game. And a Jefferson team that's looked pretty solid so far at the beginning of the season after losing, a state championship roster. A lot of turnover. They've got some playmakers across the board that have been able to help them win some close games.
It looked like Griffin Wilde had a pretty good game for the Jacks, didn't he, last week, or the first game of the year?
Yeah, an opening touchdown on his first catch as a Jackrabbit was for 6.
Look at me giving the Jackrabbit some love. What's the world coming to?
I was just going to say, this is about the best love you can give to a college football team. That
must be getting tired.
Yeah. Give to Jones. He's going to get himself a first down. Get out of bounds. It'll stop the clock, but that'll basically do it.
Probably just do a few knees right here.
Yeah.
Good effort by the T-Area Titans tonight. They didn't quit. They were down by 17. They had a couple picks, got it within 11. But O'Gorman, the big plays is what really did it. In 2 long runs by Maverick Jones, 2 long touchdown catches by Theobald, the pick 6 by Maverick Jones in the first half. Just those big splash plays for O'Gorman.
Yeah, they were crucial, and we had. A kickoff return by T, too.
Yeah, right.
And the big kickoff return for O'Gorman. Yeah, there's a couple of big plays that really opened up the game, and then it's just been pretty back and forth since. Jones will carry and keep those legs moving. Why are they blowing that dead?
Jones gets credit for a 9-yard run on that first down.
Interesting.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That should have been a 17-yard carry right there that just randomly got blown dead.
I think Vinny Olson's talking to the referee about that. Clock winding down right now, 48 seconds.
I'm just not quite sure where the whistle is coming from there.
Delay of game for O'Gorman.
Now they'll just kneel it. They'll take a snap, take about 2 steps backward to make sure that a good 1.5 to 2 seconds runs off, so it's under 40 seconds, and that'll do it. Might even see Gross out a shotgun here doing that, where he's got some time to just kind of wait and hit a knee.
Isaac Romo here with the play prediction call.
Oh, wow. We're just going to run it. Oh, padding of the stats there for Maverick Jones. And that'll do it.
Maverick Jones on the carry. The Knights line up in victory formation.
And the clock will wind down, and that'll do it. So the O'Gorman Knights defeat the T-Area Titans 41-30 here at O'Gorman High School in a rematch of a wild game last year, and it was a firework fest here early on. And O'Gorman held on to win this one by 11 over the T-Area Titans. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have a final recap of the stats. We might have a visit from Coach Poppinga, and we'll send you on your way for this wonderful Friday evening a little bit early, around 8:37. But that'll do it for right now. We'll be back after the break. You're listening to O'Gorman Heights Football. And we are back here at O'Gorman High School getting ready to talk to Coach Jason Poppinga after this one. Coach, always a tough way to start a game when you're playing against a team where, you know, they're running that 1990s wingback triple option offense. You don't see it very often anymore. Just talk about what it was like kind of preparing for a team like that this week.
Well, we knew, especially from last year where we didn't tackle well against this team and, you know, let them get tons of yards after contact. And, you know, you got to be assignment sound. I mean, if you're assignment sound, you know, we stopped them. And as soon as guys didn't do their jobs on defense, then obviously we gave up plays. And, you know, obviously they do their job and they do it well at T. And, you know, that's why they've been in the championship game, you know, in AA football the last couple of years. And, you know, and obviously we had touchdowns called back and miscues and terrible calls by the officials, you know, man on the line of scrimmage when we weren't even there. And, I mean, take a touchdown off the board and it was caught from a guy that's standing underneath the goalpost. I mean, you can't make some of the stuff up that happened tonight. And, you know, that was kind of the frustrating part. And, you know, our kids, you know, in the second half, I thought we came out really well and did what we were supposed to, and then took a really lull and didn't play well. Kind of thought the game was over and kind of let them back and just couldn't put them away like we should have tonight. And, you know, that was the disappointing part. But when it's all said and done, it's a win, and, you know, we're celebrating on our field, and we're going to have to look to play better if we're going to beat, you know, really good teams. Obviously, next week Stevens, you know, has won a couple games, and then we get the really tough part where we get, you know, Lincoln, Jefferson, Washington. You know, those games are going to really test us if we can execute for 4 quarters and really become a better team. Because, you know, tonight we were good enough to win, but I don't know if we got better. And that's always the goal, is to get better every week. And, you know, we're going to have to do that next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, a couple of bright spots from tonight, Maverick Jones, and I thought that we ran the ball pretty well. It seemed like we were having a lot of success on the perimeter. Yeah. Maverick had 16 carries for 189 yards. Yeah. And it just seemed like when we needed a big play, it was easy for him to pick up some yards on the outside. Looked like good blocking on the perimeter and an efficient running game for the Knights tonight.
Yeah, and Sully did a really good job of, you know, setting the edge for us a couple times on that. We got him in some formations where we got some good looks of where they were on the perimeter. And, you know, other times T, you know, did a good job of smothering us. You know, we couldn't get things going up the middle, and, you know, we tried that throughout the game, and we were kind of beating our head against the wall. And, you know, obviously we're small up front. Yep. We know that. And, you know, T's a bigger school than us. So let's not call it what it is. And they're a AA team that's bigger than us and have bigger players than us. So, I mean, we got to be physical, and we have to run the ball well enough. And at the end of the game here, you know, we sustain a drive. But, you know, the amount of drop balls that we had on good passes, touchdown, you know, we had 3 or 4, you know, Satter, Bauer, you know, all drop passes tonight.
I was just going to say, you got Gross on the stat sheet is 12 of 33, but you've probably got 8 or 9 balls that were easily catchable balls that, you know, hit the turf tonight.
Right. And, you know, and Gross got a little rattled, and we had some mistakes. You know, he we had to call timeout to get ourselves regrouped because we couldn't get play calls correctly. And like I said, we just weren't sharp tonight. And, as a result, the score is what it was. But like I said, good teams find ways to win. And we're trying to become a good team this year. And we're going to see where we can go. And next week's got to be better. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, so next week you head off to Rapid City Stevens, playing out in Rapid City. Like you said, a team that's won a couple of games, going to pose a little bit of a challenge, but then you've got that 3-game stretch coming up that will be tough. So what are you looking forward to next week and getting your guys back on track?
Yeah, we're going to see if we can go back, and I thought last week, even in the blowout, I thought we executed. We did what we were supposed to do, and, guys knew their assignment, and, we were pretty crisp and sharp for the most part. Defensively, we didn't feel really good, but offensively we did. And tonight we just didn't feel that way on either side of the ball. We didn't feel like we were assignment sharp on offense or defense, and I think that's going to be the measure next week because, if they stop us, they stop us, but, let's at least do our jobs right, and if we do it, then I think, we're going to start to become a better football team.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Coach Poffingham, for joining us. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up this one here at O'Gorman High School.
How about that?
Welcome back to the Knights postgame show. This is Brett Byler along with Isaac Struck for the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in tonight, watching and listening to our stream. Final score tonight was O'Gorman 41, T Area 30. The Knights improved to 3-0 on the young season. T is now 2-1, their first loss of the season. Quick look at the stats. O'Gorman 17 first downs, T at 13. Rushing yards, O'Gorman 209, T 111. Through the air, O'Gorman was 12 for 33. T was 11 for 17. Total plays, 50 plays for T for 305 yards, 57 plays for O'Gorman for 464 yards. So over 800 yards of total offense between the two teams tonight. Time of possession, T 27 minutes to O'Gorman 20.